just hits different.
I have less patience when I'm PMSing. Hi, everybody.
Hi. We're Fox and Foxier today.
Well, I think we're both foxy, just in different ways. We interpreted today's theme really.
Yeah. She didn't get the memo, the fox memo.
I do have a fox stole, but I don't wear that very often. How are you? Welcome in.
She got the sexy memo. I got the foxy memo.
She got the fuzzy memo. So we're happy to see you. Hope you're feeling foxy too. Team SG did a beautiful job.
They did.
Didn't
Look
they?
at how pretty that looks.
Decorating and setting up to make it feel foxy and pretty for you. Aw, your daughter's obsessed with foxes. What does the fox say? I have PTSD from that.
The fox said, "Hotty, hotty, hotty, ho." I may like that song a little bit too.
Zoe had this shirt.
Oh,
what does the fox say? Yeah.
I got really into that band for a bit. Yeah, they're called Ylvis. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but they do other songs too. Like that's the one that really blew up, but they have other ones like "What's the meaning of Stonehenge?" and he like sings it like all like seriously and stuff, and it's just about the mystery of it. They're so silly. We'll
have to check it out on YouTube. I had no idea.
But you guys didn't come to
you hate that song. Well, there's a really funny meme that my friend Christina, who really is my friend IRL, who owns Crystal Lion Gems. She's
such a sweetheart.
One of my favorite people in our, some people ask me like, are some of you guys really friends? Not all of us, but Christina and I are buds, and she posted a meme the other day, and I stole it. I haven't shared it yet, but I was like, this one's mine, saved to photos.
Oh, Zoe.
And it was, is she?
Hi, Zoe.
Yay! Hi, Zoe. Hey, congratulations. Zoe, by the way, show her some love. Did you get the little surprise I left you on the kitchen sink?
Aww.
I did left you a little surprise. If you haven't found it yet, you will. Zoe got A's on both of her tests today.
Zoe, congratulations.
And if I'm not mistaken, she got 100%, not just A's. I mean, she totally knocked it out of the park. You were so ready for those tests, cutie pie, and you did such a good job. I'm so proud of you. And it was in Spanish, which Zoe's amazing at Spanish, and in her Greek and Roman or Greek and Latin root words.
Congratulations.
So yay for Zoe. We're all celebrating you today. So proud of you. You worked so hard. Isn't it awesome when you do so great and you worked so hard?
Yeah.
Anyway, there's a little sweet treat for you on my kitchen sink with a little love note from me because I'm so proud of you.
That's super sweet. Congratulations, Zoe.
All right, so cheers. Welcome everybody in. We're so happy that you're here. We've got some fun, beautiful things for you today. A couple of surprises. I brought a couple of extra little giveaways from my house, just that Spirit told me to bring to you. So I have, then we have some bigger giveaways. We have 2 big giveaways and 2 small giveaways today. Normally we have 1 giveaway, so there's a lot of giveaways. So stay tuned. We're going to spread those out through the show. Are you okay? Do you want to come closer? I feel like I'm taking up all the real estate over here.
No, I feel like I'm in the shot.
Okay, good. Yeah. Now, is anybody new to our live gem sales? We do this twice a month on Tuesdays from 3 to 6 Pacific time. So we're going to be here for the next 3 hours with you. And everything that's in the sale is cherry-picked by our team, and then they bring it to me and Alexys, and we kind of go through and say, I don't want that, but I do want more of that. So everything has our stamp of approval. Everything ships for free in the U.S.
I think your sister is here, too.
No way, really?
Yeah, I didn't see her comment, but someone said there's a Kristen Caracas on the call.
No. Are you getting outed, Chris? Are you here, too? Aw, I'm so proud of you, Zoe. I really am. Well, anyway, if my sister's here. Oh, there she is.
Oh, yeah. Hi, Kristen.
Hey, Kristen. I miss you, Chris. I really do. So, yeah, so everything, Kristen Paracas is my sister, so now you can blow her up. Everything ships for free in the U.S. It's $5 per item to ship anything we have for you outside the U.S., so we can find you anywhere, anytime. If you're new, welcome in. Like Melina is new. Tracy Bishop is new. Brenda Sanford is new. Emmy Murphy is new. Caroline Jacobson is new. DJ Hunt, Die Hunt, you're not new. You've been here for a while. I know. Look at that. Look at Zoe saying hi to her Auntie Kristen.
That's so sweet.
It's a family affair tonight, everybody.
Yeah,
Anyway, we've got beautiful things. So, some things we have 1 of, some things we have 50. I think that's the most we have of anything is 50. So here's how it works. I'm going to talk too much because that's what I do.
And
I'm going to show you something. She's going to tell me to shut it on up at some point. And but when I tell you what the item is, I'm going to tell you more or less how much it is so you can kind of make up your mind about whether you want it or not. And as soon as I tell you how much it is, Team SG, who has the gold box around it, they're gonna type the item and the price. You cut and paste that with the word sold, and if you're the first 1 or the first 5 or the first 50, however many we have, you got it. And then tomorrow we're going to invoice you. You need to make sure before tomorrow that you have an account at sagegoddess.com. And when you set up your account at sagegoddess.com, it's easy peasy, but you have to put your YouTube handle. And that helps us find you for invoicing afterward. Yeah.
Couple additional rules. Please only bid on what you're absolutely serious about. You can only bid on 1 item at a time, so you can't get 2 of an item unless there's extras afterwards, and then we'll work it out. You're not allowed to back out of a bid during the sale. You may comment, but our team is not going to respond. You'll still get your invoice, and if you have to back out, you can do it through support.sagegoddess.com. If we don't hear from you and you don't pay your invoice, unfortunately you're going to be banned from shopping, not only in our live gem shows but also on sagegoddess.com. I saw a couple people panicking on social media last time. I want to assure you, if you reach out to us if you reach out and communicate with us, you're not going to get banned. We're only banning the people that do not reach out.
Only the naughty Nancys.
Yes, and please, please, please make sure if you're shopping that you have an account on sagegoddess.com and that you add your YouTube handle. I know Athena said that before, but we still had a lot of issues last time where people hadn't added their YouTube handle. Yeah. We need that in order to be able to send you your invoice, so please make sure you do that as well.
And thank you to Jenny Reeder, who was reminding everybody, you need to set your chat to live chat, not top chat. Yes. Top chat is going to deliver you and make it look like you're ahead of the line and all these things. Live chat is going to show you the feed the way we see it, and that's what Team SG uses to look at who's first, second, third, fourth, fifth. Oh, you're so welcome, Zoe. So sweet. I had a feeling before I left today, I'm like, she's going to nail those tests. I'm going to leave her a little surprise. It's my pleasure. I do have honey today, so you might be like, why do you have honey? When we get there, I'll tell you all about it. But we really just want you to have fun. And I'll tell you this too. Even if you're not here to shop, that's super cool. I love teaching you about things. And so what I would recommend is get a notebook, because you're going to learn the metaphysical properties and a lot of the geology and the history and the mythology of a whole host of different stones. And so some people come just to learn, and I think that's cool. You know, some gem shows are boring. People don't drink whiskey. You know, you can't just come and learn and hang out and laugh. We're going to say weird things and do weird things. And so, you know, we're here for whatever. And, but we really enjoy these sales. Alexis and I look forward to this time together.
As you can see.
Yeah.
Costume and all. I live for this.
Too. Okay. You ready?
Yes. And I want to start with this because I think it's so pretty.
Yeah, it's one of the most beautiful orange calcite hearts. Now, these are called Twist. What's interesting about this is, you know, I've been doing this a long, long time. And what I've come to realize over all these years and decades now is that even the stones you think you know really well can surprise you. I've never seen orange calcite with these kind of markings. At first glance, you're like, is that carnelian? Because, you know, carnelian is a member of the agate family, and agate has this kind of banding, right? And so, no, it's not. This is Madagascar orange calcite. So what's cool is it's like yellow orange. It's got all these swirls and banding. Most of the orange calcite that we bring you, including something special we have for you later, is from Mexico. And so it's just a different country of origin. So same minerals, same geological properties, same metaphysical properties, but just a different form that we all think is really, really pretty. It looks like a dreamsicle, Ghost Gloria. It totally does.
Sam, those of you who saw it yesterday, Sam and I, our photographer Sam, went live with a preview, and we were talking about this. And I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it was Tanya Brooks that said she wanted to lick it and see if it tasted like a creamsicle.
Seriously, doesn't it look like that? I don't know if you're old enough to remember creamsicles. Some of you may not be, and it's too bad for you because it was yummy. It's like orange sherbet with vanilla ice cream, and it kind of has all those marks. And what I love is there's little hearts in the banding, so it's a heart shape.
Right.
So orange calcite. So calcite grows in the whole rainbow. And like I said, most calcites come from Mexico, but we do find calcites in other parts of the world too, Pakistan. And calcite, orange calcite, is for passion and desire, and even for stamina. Wink, wink, you know what I mean? Like, trying to keep it, G-rated. But just, keeping yourself excited. That's what orange calcite is for. It's a really potent sacral chakra stone. It's up there with carnelian for me as just kind of keeping the engine running. And orange calcite, we all have to do sacral chakra work. Even if you're not working on sensuality and passion and desire, you're probably working on creativity, and it's the same energy center. So when people go, I don't really need sacral chakra, I don't have a partner, or, I don't really need sacral chakra, or for whatever reason, I always say, but you do, because where your passion is, that's where your creativity is. That's what we call the juice, right? What keeps you going and keeps you excited and motivated. These are under $50. They are about 3.5 to 4 inches. So what I love is it's affordable, it's beautiful. And if you're one of my crystal healing students, I just spent 3 hours teaching you about the power of gemstone hearts and how to work with them, and why having gemstone hearts in your collection is really important. We were talking about how the heart shape is primordial, right? When you look at this, nobody has to tell you this is for love, because the shape of the heart really is a figurative representation of the anatomical heart, right? So it represents the organ within your body. I think it's the most important. It's the 4th chakra. It's the middle of your energy system. And your heart, you should always make decisions from your heart, not from your mind, right? It's the center of your being. Isn't that cool? I know Hillary's like, yeah, always need it. So these are $49, and I have just over 50 of them. I have 53 of these. So if you would like a little passion, a little creativity, a little inspiration, and a form of orange calcite that we've never had for you before, SH got us, and it's affordable, orange calcite hearts for you today are on the menu. Isn't that fun? Stick that down your pants while you listen. It's a free country. I will not tell you what to do or not do with your orange calcite heart, but I thought they were just beautiful. And for those of you, a lot of you have been with me for the 10.5 years. Truly, a lot of people who are here have been with me for the whole decade, and and 6 months we've been doing this, or 7 months. Gosh, longer than that, because the Sage Goddess is turning 11 in July.
Wow, I can't believe it's coming up so quickly.
8 weeks from now, I know. So anyway, so you're knowledgeable about your stones, and to still get excited about a stone that, we've seen before, but never this form, it's still cool when new things come on the market that we haven't had before. So, all right. Now, this bracelet, I wish we had more of these. This is an incredible, incredible, incredible bracelet. One of my questions, Alexys, is I was pretty sure that those were Tanzanite crystals on that bracelet.
It looks like Tanzanite to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would go as far as to say.
Yeah, so it says iolite. I do believe that there are iolites. I think the faceted stones are iolites, but I believe that these are raw Tanzanites.
Yeah, because iolite doesn't have that, because it's got kind of a greenish,
they do.
And iolite doesn't have that.
So here's what I'm going to tell you. If you don't want this bracelet, it's totally okay. I can find a beautiful place in my jewelry drawer for it. Because how many times have you seen amber with Tanzanite and iolite? Because I haven't. Those are 4 raw Tanzanites from Tanzania, Africa, and those are natural crystals. They are untreated. How do you know when Tanzanite is untreated? Because you'll see other colors in it. You'll see pink, you'll see green, right? You'll see different shades of blue. And then the cut and faceted stones are iolite. So Tanzanite and iolite are both third eye stones. I believe this one is a Tanzanite.
I was going to say the same thing.
So I think this one is iolite, I believe, and this one is Tanzanite down here. Yeah. Do you see that? How you can see the green in there? Totally beautiful. This is under $1,000. It shouldn't be. A bracelet like this with all that Tanzanite should be in the $2,000 to $3,000 range. Amber is highly protective. This amber has an almost cat's eye effect on it.
Look at that.
It's absolutely beautiful.
This is really nice amber.
So it's Indonesian amber with Tanzanite from Tanzania, and those are Iolites on the top from India. Isn't this gorgeous? You want UV on it all day long, right?
UV?
Yeah, she can do that. Amber is very protective, and it's very comforting. Amber reminds you that you're safe in your house, because remember, amber is fossilized tree resin, right? So sometimes you'll find little... I don't have
our
that.
UV light has seemed to have...
Our UV light may not be working.
This
but
one doesn't have a
if Rachel's watching, if we have another UV flashlight, if you can bring that over to us, that would be helpful. So, and then on the bottom, there's just one little freshwater pearl, which I really love because pearls represent water and beauty and, yeah. Isn't that gorgeous? So I'll show it to you on my wrist. It's impressive. That is definitely a statement bracelet. But like I said, I've never seen that many raw tanzanites in a bracelet in my whole life. And this is sterling silver. It's adjustable. I have a 6 1/4 inch wrist. These two bracelets are 6.25. So this will fit anywhere from a 6.5 up to about a 7.5. It's a little roomy on me. So, which means it's going to start at about 6.5 and then go up to about a 7.5 if that fits you. Are there two pearls? I didn't see the second one. Oh, there is a second pearl. Yes, there is.
Thing by chance?
No,
Maybe someone put it in there.
No.
Well, I reached out to Rachel. She'll let us know.
Yeah. Okay, $949. I'm really excited to see who takes this piece home because, like I said, I think it's worth. Yeah, Michelle corrected me. There are two pearls. I think it's worth closer to $2,000, and so that price is incredible.
I have never seen amber like this.
The amber is beautiful. The tanzanites are crazy. The iolite is absolutely gorgeous.
It's so
ready, go. If you would like it, that is here.
Thank you, Rachel.
Rachel's here with our UV.
Oh yeah, this is blue amber too.
Look at that.
Because it's fluorescent.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
that
that's
is
the Indonesian amber. Isn't that gorgeous?
Yeah. Whoa.
Oh my god.
Imagine wearing this to
Congratulations. I know. I wish I had more of them. I know. I wish I did. But you know, when you see a piece like this piece was custom designed to take these crystals and make a beautiful home for them collectively. So congratulations. I love you too, Goddess in you. It's so good to see you. Thank you for being here tonight. Really, really happy to see you. So Nicole English got that. Nicole, it's something else, girl. It's one of the most beautiful bracelets we brought you in the history of our sale, and never before in my whole life have I seen seen that. So
it's definitely one of the most powerful tools for psychic protection that I've ever seen in jewelry form, for sure.
All right, where are we going now, Alexis?
You want to talk about about golden mica, golden lepidolite?
Let's do it. Yeah, this is interesting because these pieces, so we're going to switch gears and talk about different stone, different country. We're going to go to Brazil now.
Brazil.
We're going to Brazil.
Oh my gosh, these are so pretty.
These we have to show them with the flashlight through it because then you're really going to see. So one of my favorite stones, my sister loves it too, Kristen, who's here. We just love lepidolite. And most lepidolite is purple, but this is golden lepidolite. It's actually a golden green. And lepidolite is lithium. And what's really cool about lepidolite, I just got my nails done yesterday. Usually I'm willing to just destroy my nails for a piece of mica, but I will show you.
Do you want me to do it? Because I don't have my nails done.
Let me see if I can. Oh, this is a good piece though. I can do it without destroying them, I think. Okay. Let me come up on you for a second. So lepidolite grows in sheets, okay, like pages of a book. Do you see that? Each one of these around the side is a slice, like a page of a book. And it actually peels. I'm just going to take a slice off of this one to show you. I didn't take too much off your piece. It's still the requisite size. But I do want to show you. I find it quite fulfilling to sit and tear it because it just comes apart in sheets. Is that amazing? It's like glass. And so if you grind this up, you can actually make eyeshadow out of it. It's super glittery. Did that pain you to watch? Oh, I love picking my lepidolite. So you can see through it. You can sit and rub these sheets. And like I said, you can just...
Talk about sexy, spicy Foxy.
Let's talk about being foxy. So this is actually lithium. So what some people do is they'll take this, put it over their third eye, or put it over their heart, or they'll grind it up and they'll put it into their incense. Because when you kind of mush it up, I'm going to show you what happens to your fingers. You want that sheet? Look at this. You see that? How it's super glittery and sparkly? And so you can actually wear that as makeup. Isn't that fun? Mica makeup is that. It's sheets of mica that people kind of pulverize down into the powder, right? So now, these are big, thick slices, so you could sit here and pick this till the cows come home and you're not going to really destroy it, right? And some of the pieces, now look at this one. This is golden mica, golden lepidolite, but look around the edge. Look at all the purple lepidolite little sugar crystals there. And then this is quartz.
So pretty. I don't know if all of them have it, but all of the pieces we were given do.
Yeah.
So that's a good
yours
indication.
may or may not, but... So anyway, if you want to pick it, I won't judge you, and you can sit there and pick it and stick it till you're lithiumed out, baby. Okay, so we have 3 different sizes of these. Well, I've made just a barking mess down here, man. But I had fun doing it, and that's what matters. They're all they're 3 different prices. The smallest is under $80, and I have 15. That is 5 inches. And how I would work with this? Anybody here ever had a panic attack before?
Yeah.
Right over your heart or right over your solar plexus when you're having anxiety is where this goes. You can also put it over your third eye, but I believe that this is best for your heart and your solar plexus, especially the golden mica. Or alternatively, put that on your bedside table. I have a piece of lepidolite like this near my bed. And before you go to bed, take your jewelry off and charge it on there with the energies of peace and rest and relaxation. Right?
That's nice.
So the small size is 5 inches, under $80. The medium is 6 inches, under $90. And the large is 7.5 inches for under $120. Isn't that cool? And you will have your own golden mica. Of course you can sit on it. Why not? Get that up on your root chakra and see what happens to you. Put it over your heart is what I do. Yeah. Okay, so I have 15 of the small at $79. I have 36 of the medium at $89. And I have 25 of the large at $119. And that's all she wrote. So what I want you to think about, this is a single sheet. No, but look at that. Isn't nature magnificent?
That's not why I'm laughing. I'm laughing because someone said you can sit on anything if you're brave enough.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what's going to happen to you. But isn't that amazing? Nature made that. It's
That's
like her.
so cool.
It's like magical cellophane. Isn't that amazing? I just think that's magnificent. And this one little sheet, which actually still isn't one, it's 2, could have taken anywhere from 100 to 1,000 years to form. Isn't she magnificent? This is why I love what I do. People are like, how do you do it all these years later and you still get excited about it? And it's like, because nature is exciting. This is nature's art. And every week I get to show you some different piece of her magic. Don't you think? I mean, it's like, how many different faces and, I don't know, creations does nature provide us with? And each one has its own, chemical structure, optical properties, chemical, physical properties, energetic properties. Isn't that cool? Now you're going to have to go back and pick at all your mica. That's right, Alaskan Nomad. It's like cue running to your gemstone cabinet to get your lepidolite and see if you can pick your slices apart. It is. It's the saran wrap of the universe. Anyway. And it is quite fulfilling to sit and just kind of pick it. I recommend, though, putting something under you because you're going to... You're gonna make a little mess. Alexis is cleaning up after me.
Well, I'm pushing it towards you since it's your mess.
I do. I want to bathe in it. I want to grind it up and wear it as eyeliner tomorrow.
Ooh.
I believe in no waste, right? So that actually would be a good way to work with that. Is just to take it If you have any of like those little like loose eyeshadow pots, take that, kind of grind it up, put it in your eyeshadow powder and use it, right? The medium, I had 36 of them at $89. So hopefully if you wanted one, you're able to get one tonight. Isn't that fun? Oh, it's Angela Sweeney. It's total ASMR, don't you think? So it's time for us to relax.
I was actually, while you were doing that, I was thinking it could be fun for us to do like a mica lepidolite peeling ASMR video for like TikTok or something.
It could be. That way, those of you who hate that, you can just look the other way or, put your headphones on.
It looks like we still have a good amount of the large left, just letting you guys know. So we still have the large for
7.5 inches.
And winners are still being chosen for the other size. But
you're welcome. Isn't that fun? Well, that's cool. Sherry D said that they found a ton of mica when they were digging up her house pool when she was a kid. You do find it. Out here in the desert, just outside of LA, which is my favorite, Palm Desert and Yucca Valley and 29 Palms and Joshua Tree, you find black mica. That's sexy. I've never found a piece like that, but I found like little small pieces.
That's really cool.
And poor Dave, for the longest time, it was like in the trunk of his car because I made him back his car up because I was hacking pieces of mica out of the ground. Yeah, just be patient with us, Gloria. It's a 3-hour show. We'll get to everything tonight, I promise. It's all coming. It's all happening. Stay tuned.
Yeah, we'll do the Super 7 one soon.
We will, yeah. We will get to all of it, I promise.
So this is one of my favorite items of the show, and I've got so we got these in Tucson from our beloved Volco, who Athena will talk a little bit more about in a second.
So we have a couple things from Volco to talk about
tonight. We do, yes. But I particularly love this because I actually bought one, or I tried to buy one from him for myself, and he insisted on gifting it to me, which is super, super duper sweet. And I was just really, really drawn to it. This is a corvid skull carving, and it's got the holes drilled through it so that you can actually put a cord through and wear it as a necklace. It's a really cool looking choker. That's how I like to wear mine. Yeah. But so I have one of these at home. I absolutely love it, and
you could just sit it on your altar too, because it does sit flat. So that's another way to work with it too. Is as she's got it in her hand,
Yeah, the one I have at home is sitting on my altar most of the time, and then sometimes I choose to wear it. But I'll let her talk about it. But I just wanted to say why it was special to me. Yeah, it reminds me of him.
It was a sweet moment because I was there when he gifted it to you, and so. I always give Dave a hard time because I like to disappear in Tucson and go find fun people, and which usually involves me breaking rules and like, where's Athena? But I'm usually off following my intuition and seeing where I land. And so Volco, who is my friend, is someone I found during one of my eject expeditions where I left Team SG and went and just did my own thing. And I ended up just chatting with him for a long time. And what's interesting about Volco is he's a purveyor, right? He travels the world. A lot of what he brings us is from Bali. But he's a magician and a metaphysician, and he does all the things. And he's been coming to Tucson for decades and just has so much wisdom and magic to share. He's the one who brings us the monk jewelry. We don't have any tonight, but he's the one who has the friend who's a monk who makes jewelry in Bali and does it in meditation. And so but when he has things, he'll have 1 of something or 6 of something. In this case, we have 10 of these, right? These are hand-carved raven skulls. It's not a real raven skull, much as I, think that's a cool thing to have. That's not this. This is a carved raven skull made out of jet.
That's cool.
But this is exactly what a corvid skull looks like. I've seen them before. You may have too.
It's got all of the holes.
This is what a raven skull looks like. They're super magical. And so raven, of course, is the messenger. When we think about raven as a spirit animal, raven and crow bring us messages from spirit side, right? And so jet, which is a form of petrified wood, is a very light material. It's very lightweight, this piece. So easy to wear. You're not even going to feel it. You can put it on a long black cord, which is what I would do, or, Alexis shared she likes it as a choker. It kind of just depends on how you like to wear it. You could absolutely use it as a pendulum too, right, Angela? So you could put this on a cord, use it as a pendulum.
I haven't tried. That's a great idea.
That's a very fun idea.
Yeah, that's fun.
That she and I will probably check it
when
out
I get
afterward.
Home. Yeah.
These are 2 inches. They're under $100. Like I said, every detail of it is hand carved, and it does have the hole through the top of the skull. So that's where you're intended to put your cord. You could put it through the eyes too if you wanted to, but I would use a very thin black cord or thread or piece of leather, you know what I mean, or twine, whatever you have. Ravens have always come to me too. It's always been one of my most important spirit allies. I always know there's change on the horizon when I hear that call, which isn't all the time where I live, but when it comes, I always know there's something on the horizon. He did not carve the fluorite bees. No, all of his bees come from amber. The fluorite bees were made by someone else, but in the same vein, as it were. So $99. I have 10 hand-carved jet corvid skulls. It's just something you don't see very often, and the person that they come from is super big magic, and I love bringing you things from magical people because I can tell you where it was carved, how it was carved, that it was done with intention. You know what I mean? All those things matter when you're working with something as a sacred talisman, and it activates your intuition. It really does. One of the things I noticed about ravens, I learned so much about them. We had a lot of them up in the Bay Area when I was there, and they came to know me. You can tell they're looking at you. And a friend of mine was like, yeah, they sometimes they like people and sometimes they don't. And if you're ever mean to them, I would never be mean to a crow, but if some people will throw things at a crow or get out of here or whatever, they will come and just shit all over your yard and stuff. They don't forget that. No, they're like, you're just a huge jerk, and so now I don't like you. And they can distinguish between people. So don't be a jerk to a crow. If you don't love them as much as I do, just ignore them. They will single you out and remember and find you. They're very smart. There's some really interesting YouTube videos if you're like me and you like to relax at night by watching weird shit on YouTube. There are some really cool YouTube videos where these people have set up like obstacle courses for corvids and crows, and they learn how to do the obstacle course, and then they go back and they do it again and they do it again. I mean, it's in my opinion, they are as smart or smarter than dogs, and I think of dogs as being very smart. I'm a dog person, so yeah, I always took care of mine. And my mom, if Kristen's here, she can talk about that too. My mom had crows, and they were her crows, and she loved them and they loved her, and they would come back. And so anyway, they're very, very, very smart. And they will remember you if you're a big jerk to them. I always say, don't be a jerk to nature. When people say, oh, bees always sting me, I'm like, you must be a jerk, swatting at them and stuff. Bees don't want to sting you. It's the end of their life cycle. If a bee stings you, it's because, you're being weird. So be nice to your crows and your bees. We need them both.
I saw a really amazing video on TikTok about a week or so. I think I saved it and I can post it. But it was this girl, and she was talking about this journey that she had with this pigeon, and she had footage and stuff, and she was outside sitting with her friends. They were outside of a bar or something, and this pigeon came up to her and sat in her lap, and he was acting all timid and everything, stressed out. And then so they found out from some people that were in the bar that the pigeon had wandered in there, and that people were kicking at him and being mean to him and stuff. And so he was hurt, he was hurt. And so she took him, she actually ended up taking him home, and she was taking care of him, and she was showing footage of him of her putting her arm out and him flying and landing on her arm, and he just became this little beloved little companion of hers. And he you could tell that the pigeon loved and trusted her. And so she ended the video with saying I'm not sure if this is humane, what do I do? Do I need to release him? He doesn't seem to want. But she was trying to figure it out.
I'm not sure I want to have a crow baby or a pigeon baby.
Right. So I'm not sure how it went, or if she still has him. But I thought it was so sweet because Paranormal Weird Mommy also saw it. Yeah. So I don't know if she's posted an update, but I was into it, and it was so cute because he came up and he sat. I think pigeons are everywhere, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, but we have them all over the place. I have never, ever, ever seen one.
It's rare for that to happen. Yeah. I had a dove do that with me one time. Yeah, it's very sweet. You gotta take care of your winged ones, right?
Oh, she kept the pigeon. Okay.
Did she keep it?
That's so cute. It fills my heart with joy. But birds are very smart, especially ravens.
They are.
Okay, so now I'm in shock because this next item Sam and I showed in our preview, and I didn't have my sheet in front of me at the time, and I for sure thought that there was only one of these. But I'm looking, and we have a good quantity of them. So
well, I get to teach you a little bit, which I'm excited about. And you know, sometimes I share stories, and I've shared the story before, but there's always new people. So if you've heard this story before about Quattro, you're going to hear it again. So quantum obviously means working in the field of energy outside the five senses, right? And Quattro means four in Italian when there's two T's. If there's one T, it means four in Spanish, and if there's two T's, it means four in Italian. This is spelled with two T's. So the quantum Quattro is four minerals: shadakite, malachite, chrysocolla, and smoky quartz. There's other stuff going on here too. There's a little black tourmaline in some of these, and sometimes you'll see there's iron oxide inclusions, which are kind of the golden inclusions, and I think there's some clear quartz in here too. So there's a little bit more going on, but this comes from a mine. These are from Peru. We were so excited to stumble upon quantum Quattro rough material. We had these made. These are carved into shiva lingam. Yeah. So my first healing stone. Sounds like my baby's first whatever. My first healing stone when I started interning at a crystal shop when I was a freshman in community college. So I was 18. I worked at this metaphysical shop, and she couldn't afford to pay me, so I would make stuff for her, and then she would pay me in crystals. And so she introduced me to quantum Quattro. She had a little rough piece of it, which I still have at home in my collection. It's like maybe it's a 2-inch piece. And I was so drawn to it. And I said, what is this? And she was like, oh, that's a big healer. And her theory was, if you're called to something, you either need it now or you're going to need it later. Mm-hmm. Crystals give you a preview. So when you're really called to something, 9 times out of 10, in my experience, it's either a present need or a future need, or someone else around you will need it. Does it ever happen to you where you buy something, you think it's for you, and you're like...
Yeah. I see it come up. It happened to me in Tucson. Remember, if you're in Crystal Masters or Soul Shift, you know that I bought this insane inner child generator from Volco, actually, and I thought it was mine because I love inner child quartz, and I ended up giving it away to one of you guys in Crystal Masters. But I was gonna say I see it all the time in our Facebook groups too, because people, they get excited because they see something listed, they see Athena talking about it, and they buy it because they're feeling called to it, and then they're disappointed when it arrives because they don't immediately feel that connection. I see it happen.
I don't know why I was called to that.
Honestly, like at least once a day, and whenever I respond, I usually say it could be that your time where you really need to work with this hasn't come yet. Try keeping it on you for a bit, see if that strengthens the bond, and if not, you'll probably need it eventually, or you'll feel called to gift it. Yeah.
So Lena's asking, what's the difference between quantum Quattro and quantum Otto? So Otto in Italian, Lena, means 8. So the quantum Otto has a couple of other minerals in the matrix, including hematite, different mine, different source. And so that's the main difference. And we've had both of those for you. But quantum Quattro is the original, and quantum Quattro only comes from Peru. And that's where my original piece came from. So that's why I still bring this mineral to you, because it's got this legacy for me. And like I said, it was my first crystals for healing, which is remarkable. And that was 30 years ago, right? I'm turning 49 in a couple of months. So I look back on that time. Now, at the time, what's really funny is it was like a 2-inch piece, and it was like $40 or $50. So I had to pay over time for it. I couldn't just take it home because it was expensive. These are under $65 for a 3.5-inch hand-carved Shiva lingam, which is the shape of that. So it's pretty remarkable to be able to give you something 30 years later that's less expensive, right? Because this would have been probably closer to $100 or $150 at the time. She was also buying it from someone else, and we had these made, so we're able to do better pricing for you. Yeah. So and the shape of this, I want to teach you really quickly. So this elongated egg shape is called a shiva, or a shiva lingam, or some people just call it a lingam. Because if you've been with me for a while, you know that on the Narmada River in India, there are stones that wash up called shiva lingam, and they're naturally formed in this shape. They just polish them. And that's a mixture of quartz and dolomite and other minerals. This isn't the same thing. But because that shape is meant to represent creation energy, it's a blend, it's a harmonizing form that represents the union of the masculine with the feminine, right? It's elongated like the masculine, but it's an egg shape like the feminine, so it represents duality. So this is balanced healing. Okay, yeah, and if you didn't hear the minerals in the stone, you can always back up, but I'll repeat it one more time for you now. It's malachite, which is divine feminine healing, heals the ovaries, cervix, and uterus. Then there's shadakite in here, which is the darker blue mineral. Shadakite is a profound healer on the cellular level. It's really good for cellular regeneration, especially if you're overcoming major illness. It also activates your third eye. Then there's chrysocolla, which is the light blue mineral, and that also has the energy of the divine feminine and has the energy of Gaia in it. So again, this is like essence of creation, force of creation, feminine power. And then there's smoky quartz in here, which is a brown form of quartz that represents transmutation. So it takes lower vibrations and absorbs the negative energy from them to raise it to a higher vibration. So this is primarily for divine feminine healing, but again, it's got that Shiva Lingam shape, which represents the union of feminine and masculine. So these are $64. I have 57 of them. If you've never worked with Quantum Quattro, I recommend it. And I'm going to show you, this is actually the perfect shape to meditate with. Because literally just between your hands in prayer pose is all you need to do. It will calm you, it will soothe you, it will bring you back to balance. It will clear energies of illness and disease from the body, which is why most of us work with it. But it's also going to ground you because that smoky quartz is going to activate the root chakra. So if you're a crystal healer, this is a great one. You have a customer or a client come in and they're going to have a healing treatment with you. What a great stone to give them to hold in one of their hands or both of their hands while you're working the energies around their body. And the chakras for this one primarily are going to be heart and throat. So you can place this here, which feels really good actually. It like sits just perfectly in that space of the neck, or place it over the heart chakra too. You can also do body work with this form of a stone, right? A little bit of massage oil and then just up and down the back of the neck, over the arms, right? Super easy to work with this shape. It's one of my favorites. So enjoy. You've got Quantum Quattro Shiva Lingam from Peru, hand carved just for Sage Goddess for this sale, which is really exciting.
And they're beautiful.
So congratulations.
Really beautiful.
Yeah, I'm happy for you. That was a good choice for you tonight. She's still cleaning up after me. I mean, I really went for it, but you know what? I don't regret it. I had a lot of fun picking my lepidolite. Yeah, congratulations, you guys.
Look at this.
Okay. Oh my god, it really is a proper heart. Look at
That's
that.
perfect. Look at that little heart right
This
there.
is a
on the
gorgeous
front.
wand.
Right there.
This
This
gorgeous.
is number 34 on the last page.
Okay. This wand is this is an interesting one for me. Norway, I always tell you this story. I've been to Norway, but I didn't want to go to Norway. I was in Paris with Dave, and he was bragging about how he got this really great deal on plane tickets. And I was like, oh, that's so great, right? There are lots of direct flights from Los Angeles to Charles de Gaulle in Paris. But he was like, no, I got this really great deal on these plane tickets. And I was like, oh, that's so great. So we're in Charles de Gaulle, getting ready to board the plane back to LA. And I look up and it says Oslo. And he's walking toward it. And I'm like, I'm not going to Oslo. I'm going to Los Angeles, right? And he was like, well, that's the thing. It's a really good deal on the tickets because, now, please work with me on geography. Paris is here, LA is here, Oslo is here by Santa Claus. Okay?
By Santa Claus.
So I'm like, now I'm going from Paris to Oslo to Los Angeles. And that's why the tickets were so good. I don't recommend the Oslo airport. It's not going to be your favorite.
How long were you there?
Long enough to know that's not where I want to be. But the beautiful part is I got to fly over Greenland and Iceland and over most of Norway, and it was quite beautiful. And I got over it eventually that I was going to Oslo.
How long was that flight?
It was longer than it needed to be. Thank goodness for my flight attendant who saw what was happening and provided me with a lot of drinks. There are very sexy men in Paris. But you forget about them once you're on a plane to Oslo. So anyway, I'm talking about Norway because Thulite... I didn't see Santa Claus, guys, but I was close enough where if he was up there, I would have seen him. Anyway, Thulite, which is the pink stone, comes from Norway. It's one of the only stones that we import directly from Norway. And it's beautiful. This is Thulite in quartz. Thulite has really interesting metaphysical properties, right? So Thulite is not a blue stone, but it is one of the most powerful throat chakra stones you can work with. Did you know that? Thulite asks you energetically to overcome all of your fears and obstacles to open and clear communication. It's empowering. It's strengthening. And it reminds you that whatever your message is, it needs to be communicated, right? That you only have so much time on this planet to express yourself and to be who you are. And you know, it's funny when I think about Thulite, and I always tell people this, you know, if you've studied, you know, people at the end of their life and what they say their biggest regrets are, the number one regret people have at the end of their life is that they weren't themselves. They will say they played the game and they wish they hadn't. They wish they had just had the courage and the damn bravery to be who they are and stop apologizing. And that's what this stone is. It's stop apologizing. And then do you know what those golden crystals are on the front? So this is where it gets interesting. The golden crystals on the front, somebody guessed citrine. They're not. Those are scapulite. Those are gem scapulite. And you can tell because there's little tiny...
There's like
faint lines.
Yeah.
And so really give scapulite away because citrine doesn't have those little lines. So this is like super juiced scapulite. Scapulite is the stone of avoiding self-sabotage, like not making the same dumb mistakes over and over again. So this is like, stop screwing it up, be who you are, stop apologizing for yourself all the time. Oh, sorry, right? This is the I'm not sorry wand. Now, these are two very rare stones. I've never seen scapulite with Thulite before, and that's all done in sterling silver. This is one of my favorite wand makers in the world. And Alexys will show you on her hand. The body work you can do with this wand, because that sphere moves, is really awesome. So you can, you know, set an intention and roll that sphere over your throat chakra, over your solar plexus. This is a great solar plexus wand too. Manifestation all day long, right? This is under $2,000, just under $2,000, because again, that's all 925 and it's solid. Those bands are like fine jewelry, right? This is a wand that you'll have in your collection forever. So if you need to get out of your own way and stop putting on a show and stop doing things just to please people. Oh, I wish I could do a $2,000 giveaway, Lena. I've done some crazy shit before, but this one is for purchase. It's $1,999.
So pretty.
And it's some kind of royalty who's going to buy this. Somebody who needs to like just totally step into your power and stop making excuses. I know. Now remember, with things like this, we do have Zip, which allows you to spread your invoice over 4 payments over 6 weeks. A lot of our customers do that because they want to buy something really substantial and beautiful, but they don't want to pay for it all at once. And you can use PayPal credit too for that as well. And congratulations. This is gonna transform somebody's energy field, and I'm here for it. I am here for it. Right? I know. Who's eating Reese's? I love Reese's.
Reese's is a good one.
Now I want Reese's. And congratulations again to all of you who are getting the Quantum Quattro Shiva Lingam. They're so incredible. I know. Isn't that beautiful?
I believe it was Gloria that was requesting.
People are congratulating Jer. Oh, Jer Alexander got it.
Oh,
cheers!
congratulations, Jer.
Yes, indeed. It's a magic one. And you're going to have to tell us all how you use it and how it works for you. Like I said, that combination I've never seen before, and this is my first rodeo. Yeah. Do I have anything from Stockholm? Not tonight. Not tonight. Sweden is super big magic. All of you with that Viking lineage, you know. So for you guys, you know, who are from the region, I always say, you know, certainly there are stones that sometimes come from that region. We import quite a bit from Greenland. Like your Numite comes from Greenland, your Astrophyllite comes from Greenland. But for you guys, for me, it's more the energy of like the runes and working with a lot of the Norse mythology and symbols in so many cases for those of you from the region are more important than even minerals are. So congratulations. New Zealand.
I saw a question. I believe it was M Starseed. Yeah, M Starseed. We have 1 star ruby pendant, and we have some ruby goddesses, but we don't have a ton of ruby in the shop in the show tonight.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, we have my favorite ruby ever that I've ever brought you, but it's, you know, they're the mother goddesses tonight.
Yeah,
and we have just over a dozen of them,
special.
Right?
Yes.
From Scotland, nothing specifically from Scotland. We import from Wales. You know, Wales is where Pressley bluestone comes from. I'm trying to think of like United Kingdom specific minerals. Yeah, we're so happy for you. You want the rubies, huh? Okay, stay tuned.
Yeah, we're gonna do the wands because Gloria was requesting Super 7. We showed these in our preview yesterday, Sam and I did, and she's so funny. She said, because we were talking about how it was the super sexy, spicy Foxy sale, and Sam was like, like, is it the shape that makes these sexy and spicy?
You know what I'm gonna tell you right now? Get your fingers ready because even the largest one of these, you guys, is under $70.
Which that's insane.
Super 7 wands.
And that's this big. That is a Henry Cavill size.
It is. This is Canadian Super 7, which is the original pocket. It is so rare to find them in massage wands. Super 7. Okay, so let me back up. I've got 9 small, 3 to 4 inches, not Henry Cavill size. I have 16 medium, 4 to 5 inches. I have 4 of the large, 6 to 6.5, and I have 12 of the extra large, which is 6 inches. Okay. They range in price from just under $50 to just under $70. So if anything I tell you sounds interesting, you should get your fingers ready because the quantities are really small on these.
Wait, did you say this was Iolite 23? Or
I'm sorry, Super 7, not Iolite 23.
No, I saw someone ask.
Okay.
But yeah, so this is Super 7.
So Super 7 has 7 minerals in it. Amethyst for peace and balance, cacoxenite for transformation, goethite, which heals trauma, lepidolite, also a trauma healer, rutile for transformation, smoky quartz for protection and transmutation, and then clear quartz for magnification and expansion. Amethyst, cacoxenite, goethite, lepidolite, rutile, smoky quartz, and clear quartz. Okay. It's a long story, Laura Bell. Toward the end of the evening, when we've had a little bit more to drink, I'll share with you. Or if Morgan arrives here from Australia, he'll be more than happy to tell you.
Morgan's here.
Oh, see, Morgan can educate you.
Thick in the hunk.
That's a loaded question, though. Okay. Now, there's a couple things I want to tell you. First of all, Super 7 is very special, very rare. It is a master healing crystal. And I would only put about maybe 10 crystals into that category of master healers. Sugilite's there for me. Iolite 23 is there for me. It was funny. I saw somebody on social. I can't remember who it was. So if it was you, I'm not calling you out. I literally can't remember who it was. Somebody said, I'm not sure about Super 7 and Iolite. They look like just amethyst with like kind of gunk in it, you know what I mean? And I was just like, wow, because it's so rare to find these minerals together in one place, and they each have such an important role in transforming the state of your health and your physical body. And I have, a lot of you have known my journey over these it'll be 12 years in September that I was diagnosed with MS. And I've done really well and had great health. And my neurologist is always like, I don't know. Like, I don't know if it's the yoga. I don't know if it's the stones. I don't know if it's the medication that you take. I don't know if it's the, meditation. I don't know if it's the sound stuff you do, but just keep doing it. You know what I mean? This for me is one of the powerhouse pieces for inflammation. And it's also a powerhouse piece for reconciling emotional trauma that gets lodged in the body as disease, right? All illness and disease, in my opinion, begins as either sadness or grief or anger or resentment, and that is unhealed. And when you don't resolve those issues, it's almost like they harden in your body or crystallize into the right conditions for disease and illness to proliferate. Now, you need to have at least one wand like this in your collection. And it can be any size, but you do need to have one as a crystal healer, and I'll tell you why. The rounded ends are for getting into tough spots in the body, right? Up the back of the neck, into the muscle and tissue. They're really good for body work. The other thing with a longer wand like this, and I like a small one this size because my hands are very small. It makes it very easy to do the kind of body work that you want to do to move energy. And it feels really good. Okay, you get on somebody's back like this or on their shoulders and they're having tension in the muscle systems. There's almost nothing that feels better. They'll be like, no, don't stop, right? Now, you can also, they're not terminated, but you can still send and receive energy with a tool like this too. And this is a quartz-based wand. So anything you can do, you can open circles with these, you can close circles with these. They don't have to be terminated to do that, okay? Morgan, anything with this much quartz is going to have the same measure of hardness scale measurement as quartz, because this material is primarily quartz-based. The rest of it are minor inclusions, right? The lepidolite's considered a minor inclusion. The calcite's a minor inclusion. So by and large, this is going to be a quartz-based wand, which is going to put you at a 6.5 to 7 on the measure of hardness scale. How does it compare to Aurolite 23? The difference, Allison Grayheck, is that Aurolite 23 has 16 more minerals and metals. A lot of what's in Aurolite 23 are the metals, right? There's gold, there's titanium, there's the whole litany of metals in Aurolite 23 that are not in Super 7. Does that make sense? Okay, so the small, this size, I have 9, they're $49. The medium, this size, I have 16, they're $59. And then she has the large and the extra large. I have 4 of the large and 12 of the extra large. And that is all we wrote.
They look like little nesting dolls.
I'm the smallest one. I'll tell you something right now. I'm a workhorse, and I'm going to do it to you.
Well, I'm the biggest one, and I offer pleasure.
Well, you can put me in places you can't fit him. What are you going to do then?
I'm nice, and I fit most places as well.
You are more versatile, but I'm cuter, and, little good things come in small packages, so...
You didn't even... I'm shy. That's why I didn't really
I didn't say anything because, who am I, right? I am somewhere between small and extra large, so...
Meanwhile, Oscar's somewhere going, why does this lady make everything sound like me? I'm a unique being.
I'm not even here, and I don't even know. I'm so glad I'm not there. This is so awkward. See, and now you really understand the sizes because we made it weird for you. Good things come in small packages, but the purple-haired lady says that because she's 5 feet tall. So what else is she gonna say? Anyway, congratulations. We do have at sagegoddess.com. If you were live with me this week, you may have seen it. We had big tumbles of Aurolite 23, like almost 2-inch tumbles. So if you wanted to experience them both, you could grab one of the tumbled Aurolites from the website. You want the Henry Cavill C? Morgan's here. Look, Lisa, it's your Henry Cavill tutor. Well, that was a fun play on words. He's kind of a tutor, but then Henry Cavill was in the Tutors.
Oh, whoa, this is crazy. Okay,
do you like what I did there?
Yeah, that was funny. Sorry, I got distracted because I saw that we still have a handful of these left.
We've got your puffy sex hearts.
So we still have some of the orange calcite hearts left.
We do.
So these are $49. If you missed the beginning of this show, this is a new pocket of orange calcite. So you see it has some cool bandings, and they look like creamsicles. They're so pretty, and it's got the same potent.
You're so pretty, I'm going to throw it at you.
So only $49. These are available for you.
Yeah.
And I forgot that I told Sabrina that I would try to do an out-of-stock wrap-up at every hour, just so that they can easily go back and look and see when we're doing this. Or not an out-of-stock, but still in stock, I should say.
Could you do me a favor? When she mentions something, could you post and say orange calcite heart 49? Yes. And the reason I want you to do that is we're saying it, but it's a lot easier for them to cut and paste it. So if you would just be so kind as to say We still have orange calcite hearts available, $49. That way people can just cut, paste, and say sold.
Yeah. And I will try to split them up for you. So what happened last time was we did all of them at once, and it was difficult for them to track. So I'm going to try to do a couple at a time throughout the show to keep it split up. So we still have this available, and we still have the medium and large golden lepidolites left as well. So those are still available for you.
Something fun to sit on.
Yes.
Aww. Well, have fun with your date night with your hubs. We'll get to it. I know it takes us a little time, but we get to everything before we're done. Okay. Now,
this is one of my favorites. I'm noticing that my two favorite items of the show are black.
Well, I love some Shungite.
Me too.
I really do. It's crazy to me that you can get 8 inches, and that's the height. And these are like 3 to 4 inches wide. Shungite obelisk for under $220. Solid Shungite. So Shungite is, Shungite, the story is long and really interesting. So Shungite was what was used in the Roman Empire when they were building their aqueduct systems, right, thousands of years ago. They lined the aqueduct systems with Shungite because it pulls impurities out of the water. So, and even really, I mean, it really does purify water. Still to this day, Shungite is used in water purification and filtration systems. It does the same thing for your energy field. It really does. It keeps the good stuff in and the bad stuff out. You need to have Shungite in your sacred space, in your healing space, or by your front door, right? Just to remove negative energy before it comes in. It's like a vacuum cleaner. And we don't often have pieces this big. We save these kinds of things for the sale. I only have 29 of these. What's really cool is Shungite is antibacterial, antimicrobial, and antifungal. And that's why there's still this like radical obsession with Shungite. We all love it so much, and it's had a resurgence over the last couple of years. I've had more and more customers coming to me, and I always tell the story too. When we used to have Shungite bracelets a lot, which we should get those back. Will you guys send a note to the product team and just ask them, because I'm realizing mine came unstrung and I could use one. Law enforcement. And people ask for these for their offices. They're like, what can I keep on my desk to keep Karen over there? And by Karen, I mean, you know, Karen has become this name, and I have so many Karens in my life that I love. I don't mean you, Karen. Let's give it a new name. Karen. To keep Birth Linda away. I'm trying to come up with a name that none of you have. Like, whatever that super annoying... judgmental, negative coworker that you have who seems to always want to come over to your desk, and you're like, wouldn't it be nice if there was something that would keep Birth Linda away?
Birth Linda.
So Birth Linda, Doris, though, there's a couple Dorises in our community.
Birth Linda. So
Birth Linda doesn't like Shungite. And Birth Linda wants to come and stand next to your desk all day long.
Aw, Karen said, hey.
We love you, Karen Brown. So anyway.
You heard me audibly gasp as soon as she said Karen. I went,
or Miranda.
I'm so fond of you.
No, say it, darling. We would never use your name. I know. Anyway, Birth Linda hates Shungite and will not come near you when your Birth Linda tower is in effect. Please tell me there's nobody named... Watch, we're going to get a message tonight going, well, my mom's name was Birth Linda.
Well, Serafina said, Linda is my mom. Yep, use that name.
So it's
but this is Birth Linda.
Birth Linda. Okay, anyway. Birth Linda doesn't like this, but you will. We have 29 of these. They are $219. It's a terrible name. Look, I chose it on purpose. You know, you're right, actually, about the name Olive. It isn't used very much. I had an Aunt Olive. Is Kristen still here? Remember how weird she was? She was weird. No, she was weird. I even think Mom thought she was weird. Remember, we didn't really ever go see her or anything. It was just like you heard about her, right? Maybe her name was Olive Birth Linda.
Birth Linda. You're so funny.
Don't name your daughter Birth Linda. I don't imagine anyone looks at a baby and says, oh, Birth Linda. She's so beautiful. Anyway, congratulations. I don't know if Team SG, have you put them up yet? We don't have Elite Shungite tonight. That is a whole separate situation. We haven't had it in a while. Use Hertha? I've never met a Hertha either. Hertha hates Shungite. Hertha and her sister Birth Linda
Did we say the price of this yet?
Yeah, I did. Team SG has.
Okay.
I don't think they posted it yet.
Oh,
$219. Team SG. You can go ahead and post it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lala Vigil says it's her mother-in-law's name. Not Birth Linda though, just Linda. I don't know when Henry Cavill happened. Didn't you do it, Morgan?
I think it was probably Morgan that started it.
I don't know. I did have a crush on Henry Cavill when he was in The Tudors. He's just a good-looking hunk of a man. Anyway, as soon as Team SG posts those, you can go ahead and dive in. Like I said, we have 29 of those. It's one of the largest Shungite obelisks that we had. And size doesn't really matter when it comes to stones, but it is kind of nice to have a statement piece like that.
Oh, yeah.
Just to have, I'll show you back on the camera for you. Just so you can see it relative to my hand.
I'll ask for the next product to do.
Yeah, Say's like, that was all Morgan. I take no responsibility for that. There it is. Okay, Team SG has posted, so if you would like one, they are there for you.
There we go.
Yeah, congratulations. What's the length of the base of the huge Shungite?
I think it's gonna vary. I don't want to tell you a specific number because
I'm eyeballing it and it looks like 3.5 to 4.
Yeah, they're pretty thick, but I don't want someone measuring it and say mine was only 3 inches. So they're definitely gonna be about this tall. Yeah, they're about 7 to 8 inches tall.
Yeah. I see you, Roxanne Dashna. You're not invisible. I see you. I don't always reply to every comment in the feed, but I can see you, just in case you think there's something going on with your system. Or I see you too, Myre. Am I pronouncing that right? It's such a beautiful name. Please tell me if I didn't do that justice. Maire. It's such a beautiful name, isn't it?
And I do want to make sure that these didn't get glossed over because I saw the team comment the thing, but I didn't see a lot of people bid on it.
I think it's because there was a delay between when we showed it and when Team SG posted it. So if you do want the Shungite obelisks, they are there. You just have to scroll up.
219 comments sold Shungite obelisk 219. And that is how you will bid on this.
That's how you will do it. Okay. And Jamie, they go through, Team SG goes through and posts the winners of the different items. So if you is it a mare? Ooh, wow! I'm really grateful that you let me know that because I wanna say hi to you and pronounce it correctly. Mare is even more beautiful. Mare, sexy.
It's beautiful.
It's very fitting for a sexy Foxy SGTV day. So congratulations, you guys. Okay, now
shall we do the goddess pendants? You want to talk about that?
Yeah, and then maybe we do the mother goddesses after that. It's kind of a goddess situation.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I like that. Okay. The necklace you're about to see, I should have worn mine today. I was rushing when I was leaving the house, which is why I didn't put mine on, and I'm really bummed about it because I have mine on a very long chain. I replaced the chain. The chain it comes on is beautiful and it's sterling silver, but it's a little shorter, and I like to wear my goddess kind of boob length a little bit if I can. So I want to tell the story about this. There's only 46 of these left in the world, and we're not remaking it. So this is a super limited edition goddess. I found a goddess who looked like this in a book of vintage jewelry that is eons old. It's like an out-of-print book. And I found it, and I don't know about you, I was mesmerized by it. And so this is our take on her. It's an Art Deco design. She's all done in oxidized sterling silver. And when the original came back, she didn't have a stone, and I asked them to add a little iolite at her third eye. The flower above her head is an iris, which is the essential oil that comes from the iris is called orris root, and it's the most expensive essential oil on the planet. Did you know that? We put it in perfumes here at Sage Goddess, but it's like ridiculous. It's thousands of dollars for 8 ounces of orris root, pure orris root. But it's one of the most healing, protective, intuitively empowering oils you can work with, and it smells like heaven. So we did a riff on this, and if can you turn it around, Lexus, to show them? The bail is hidden, so it doesn't interrupt the design of the necklace. These are solid sterling silver, under $150. So we had these one time on the website. There are 42 of them left, and then that's the end of this design. So you'll have one. In total, I think we made 100 of these. So this is your goddess of inner vision. and I had her made. It took almost 8 months to have her made because we had to take it, sketch it, make a CAD design of it, and then there were like 3 or 4 different iterations on the CAD design before we got to her. Like, her face had to be perfect. And I feel like when I look at her, I feel at peace. And when I was just wearing mine this weekend, and I was out and somebody was like, where did you get that? Oh my God, it's Art Deco. I've got to have it. And I was like, you should come to YouTube on Tuesday. Isn't it gorgeous? So yeah, you're going to be one of the last people in the world to own this.
I like how on the back it kind of looks like a Hamza hand. I don't think that was on purpose,
No,
but do you see it?
It does. I see it. Cool. Yeah. Every little detail is intricate on her, and I think that's why she's so special to me. And if you turn her to the side, she's very dimensional. Like, you can really see her profile and the shape of the flower. So it's all about divine feminine empowerment. So $142. I have 46. It's 1.5 inches. The chain is also oxidized sterling silver, and she's going to bring you wisdom.
This is going to be, I feel like this is something that's going to be found like hundreds of years from now and thought of as like an artifact or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, people will be like, I wonder what culture that came from.
Exactly.
And it's like, no, that was that crazy purple-haired lady who... that was Sage Goddess. She went and took that and riffed on it. Like I said, it's not exactly like the original. We kind of did our own interpretation of it. Like, the original didn't have any stones on it. It was just done in metal work. But
it's beautiful.
And we changed her face just a little bit so she looked more peaceful, but everything about her is magnificent. Yeah. So anyway, hopefully you will enjoy her as much as I've enjoyed mine too. Isn't she gorgeous?
I think she's pretty.
Yeah. So cheers and cheers. Oxidized means that the sterling silver is not super white silver. So one of the changes we made, which is why this took so long, when it first came back, the original prototype, it was all in super shiny sterling silver. You know how sterling silver, when you don't oxidize it, just looks really, really, really almost white silver. It's super shiny, and I was like, no, it's not right. So then they oxidized it, but they didn't oxidize it enough, because the oxidization in that one, which makes it kind of, can you show it to him just while I'm talking about it?
Sure.
The oxidization, yeah, makes it sort of, it makes the features pop. If this was not oxidized, you wouldn't be able to see the subtle nuances in her nose and in her face. That's a great way of showing. So the phoenix on the left of your screen is not oxidized, and the goddess is. Do you see the difference? So there's more of like it looks older, but it's really just a patina on the sterling silver, so it's not so bright. And it was needed so that her features really came to life. So that's why there were literally 2 different rounds of prototypes just on the oxidization of that piece. Well over 20 to 40 hours of time across our team just to make her, which is really remarkable when you think about it. It was a part-time job for all of us, right?
Well, someone said, is it meant to have the shape of a bee?
On the backside, it does have the shape of a bee, and that was not intentional.
But that's so cool. I didn't even notice that until you said it.
Yeah, it really does.
Wow. So,
it looks tarnished. It's not a tarnish, but it looks a little tarnished. So it makes it look a little older, and the dimensions don't get lost. We don't rhodium coat our sterling silver. No.
You would clean it the same way as you would clean any other silver, right? With
yeah,
a polishing cloth?
Team SG, can you post a link to the Sage Goddess polishing cloths? I would so appreciate that. We have our own Sage Goddess polishing cloths, because you have to have a sterling silver polishing cloth. If you own any sterling silver, maybe when we're done tonight, go to sagegoddess.com. Everything's 22% off today with code TWINS, TWINS, at sagegoddess.com. But Team SG will post a link to the polishing cloth, and then you can grab that. It's not expensive. It has our logo on it. But if you own sterling and your sterling starts to tarnish, the best thing you can do for your sterling is to just polish it with your cloth every couple of months. Now, I will tell you something. If you store your sterling silver jewelry correctly, I store mine in a drawer. It doesn't tarnish. It's when it's sitting out on your vanity or it's exposed to the elements. Like, we have a lot of humidity here in Southern California, good chunks of the year, which can sometimes cause your sterling silver to polish or to tarnish. So yeah, make sure you get a polishing cloth. You will benefit from that if you don't have one already. Yeah. Okay. Now, speaking of goddesses, I'm going to show you. How do I do this without telling you another really long story? Are you okay with the stories? Are you having fun? Sometimes I'm like, I want to give you the condensed version, but then we lose something in the translation from that. So, in the summer last year, my friend Shram and his team had been carving, taking ruby and fuchsite, this is natural ruby, and hand carving it into little goddesses. Very similar to Venus of Willendorf. If you're a historian or mythology buff, you know what that is. Like, this is a very traditional, antiquated way that goddesses were represented in Mesopotamia, in Sumeria, in ancient Greece and Rome. Certainly in Greece, we have lots of representations of goddesses like this. The little belly, she's supposed to be pregnant. Women's bellies get big when we have babies in there, right? Okay. So he had sent me a couple of them. I can't remember exactly how many, but it was like 3 or 4, okay? And because, the idea was we were going to bring him to the sale. And just candidly, this one's number 4. Just candidly, I couldn't part with them. I was so in love. I just would sit and meditate and rub her belly and just hold it to my heart. And because this is natural ruby, right? So this is all solid ruby. And then my mother died in August at the end of the month. And I remember thinking, I swear to you, he sent those to me so that I would have those when she died. And for the, when you're in that deep mourning state, as I was for the first few weeks, I slept with them. I still have 2 of them on my altar where I work at home. And they're never far from me, they're like my treasures, right? And each one is really, really different. They don't have like super defined features. It's really just the head, the breast, the belly, and then sort of like, and Alexys will show you, they're primordial. They're ancient. This isn't like, you know what I mean? They're not stylized. Their boobs aren't perfect, right? It's meant to be and there's 2 different carvers who make these, and they go into a trance. I mean, they're really channeling all that Mata, which is mother in Hindi, all that Mata goddess energy, right? Okay, so we're really lucky because tonight we have, how many do we have?
We have 13 of them, and we split them up 2 ways. So we have all of them out because we wanted you guys to see that each one is unique. They're all beautiful in their own way. Each one is unique. So what we have is 10 of them that kind of lay down like this, or of course you can hold it. But then we also have 3 that stand by themselves. So that's how we're going to list them. You can pick a standing one, or you can choose to do one of these ones.
Mine are all the laying down ones. I didn't have a choice at the time. He hadn't done the standing up ones, but the standing up ones are super pretty. So they're the same price because it's the same weight of ruby, right? Yeah. It's just about how they're carved, right? We're letting you know they're all different because someone had gotten one from a previous sale and was like, it didn't look exactly like the one that was in my hand because they're all different, and she wasn't happy with it. Of course, she was able to send it back. I only want people to have these if you're super connected to them, because at most ever, maybe we'll have 3 or 4 dozen of these ever. I mean, it's not something, it takes them weeks to make each one of these. This is not a machine. This is a human being who's sitting there thinking about their mother and the goddess and the gratitude and the love and everything. So we really do want to make sure they are all really different, but they are all solid ruby. That is the one thing that's consistent among them, right? These are under $500
for ruby. Like, this is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, hand carved ruby. It's one of those things. I'm proud to be able to bring these things to you. They're 3 inches more or less, right? Some of them are 3.5, some of them are like 2.75, but really they're not under 3. They're all pretty much in that 3-inch range. She's wanting to live in my hands, so I'm just going to hold her for now. I guess this is for you. The legend with ruby is that when you love someone and you lose them, that they go on to live in your heart as a ruby. Rubies are the stone of the life force. So for me, it's a very maternal stone, because if you think about maternal energy, it's about passing on the energy of the life force to your unborn child. And then, of course, through the umbilical cord, I believe that energy continues to flow even once the mother and child are separated. So for me, there's so much beauty and energy in these that are crazy. And also, I feel like these are for abundance. You know, the mother goddess energy in India is associated with abundance and prosperity and creation and all of those energies too, right? Yeah, can you imagine on a cuff? Or can you imagine, I mean, they're heavy, I will tell you this. Like, these are not lightweight. This ruby is an incredibly dense, heavy stone. But can you imagine having that and being able to wear it? It would pull your neck down a little bit, but it would be really, really beautiful to be able to wear that. Can you imagine?
They're all natural on the back, as Athena mentioned.
Yeah, they are natural on the back and polished on the front. Okay. $499 per goddess.
And then you can select a standing one.
And then you can say $499 standing or $499 laying.
Yeah.
And that's the distinction. So I'll add my little lady to the mix here.
No.
She doesn't want me to put her down, I know.
Are you trying to keep that one?
No.
Or do we have
I have enough. I really, my intention in bringing these to you is I want people to have these. Some of you need these. You need that comfort that these bring. And like I said, I in all sincerity, could it have been an accident that he sent these to me right before my mom died?
Yeah,
maybe. But I literally remember the day she died. I remember looking over and looking down at them and thinking, he knew. He had to have known. And he was sending them to me. It's so funny, when he sent them to me, he said, you know, let me know what you think. If your customers might like them or maybe not. You know, they're kind of primordial and you know, done by hand. Like, maybe they're going to be into it, maybe they're not. And I told him, I'm like, dude, I can't even put it down. I can't stop crying. And that was before she died. So there's real energy in these. If it's meant for you, I am beyond delighted for you, because it is something very, very special.
They're super special.
Nowhere else in the world will you find anything like that.
Mm-mm.
That's all kudos to my friend Shram and his brainchild, you know. But seriously, they if you were to go to my house right now, they're sitting right there. And I just treasure them with all my heart. I cried many tears into those. Yeah, no, it's true, Cheryl Cole, and I hear you, Wendy Striblin. I mean, it's just like, when you need comfort, sometimes the crystals can do that in a way that, like, a human can't, you know? Because those minerals have been here for so many thousands of years before we got here, and they will outlive you by generations, right? So it's like, that's one of those things you'll pass down, you know, to your niece or your nephew or your godchild or your daughter or son. It's like, yeah. You know, I think about that one day. I kept the two, and I thought, one day when it's my time to go, giving those to my kids and saying, you know, you'll carry me with you always, in all ways. Right? I'm glad. Thank you for that. How sweet we get to have these little moments together, you know? So meaningful and important. And I think about that sometimes, you know, like, as Sage Goddess turns 11 in July, I think about these moments where this isn't just a gem show and, you know, you're not just a customer. We've shared a lot of these really intense emotions and experiences with each other, and some of these things that I send you are not just a crystal, you know, to display somewhere. They're amulets. These are healing tools. These are putting pieces of you back together. I take it very seriously. So thanks, you guys, for appreciating them. That means a lot to me. Yeah. Speaking of Shram.
Yes, so
the man of many talents, darling. We are a family, you know? Like, it's really true. I remember the day my mom died, and, you know, when I finally left the room, and I was in the parking lot of the hospital. And, you know, you're in a daze. And I remember Dave saying, you have to say something at some point here online. And it was like, wow, what do I say? You know? Like, because it was so, like, fast and unexpected. But I'm just sharing this with you to illustrate the point, you know? So I posted on my personal Facebook page, but I made it public. And I just wrote from my heart. And it was amazing just to be seen you know, by all of you. Like, it just was, some people like don't want to post because it's too personal or they're going to get overwhelmed or whatever. Like, I wanted to post because I wanted to be seen, and also for you to know that I go through these things too. You know, it was a really profound experience. So anyway, thanks you guys. Yes, Gina Williams, there are giveaways, darling. We're going to get there.
Yes.
We should do one soon.
Yes, let's do Kunzite, and then we will do a giveaway.
Yeah.
And then I see Katrina asking for honey. We'll do the honey after the giveaway.
Yeah, let's do that. That's a good order. Okay,
Kunzite, giveaway, honey.
Thanks, you guys. Now, Shram makes jewelry.
Beautiful jewelry.
Beautiful jewelry. One of my best girlfriends, Lauren Blanc, who a lot of you know, she's the owner of Whitewood, and she's my wife who lives in Tel Aviv. I gifted her one of these cups for her birthday.
Aww.
I did. It's hard when you have friends who have crystal shops and they kind of have everything. I was like, she doesn't have this. So I did. I chose this as a gift for one of my nearest and dearest because I love it so much. So Shram was the first jeweler I've ever seen to put Kunzite with emerald.
It's so pretty.
And it just makes so much sense, right? Because Kunzite, which is the pink stone, now there's spodumene family of stones, Spodumene, spodumene. Family of stones includes two stones, hiddenite and kunzite. The green spodumene is hiddenite, the pink spodumene is kunzite. The green, the hiddenite, is more of a physical healer of the heart, and the pink kunzite is more of an emotional healer of the heart. But it has unique properties for me. And like I said, you know, hopefully the value you see in what I teach you is that I have over a decade of testimonials to back it up, right? Kunzite is for people who, and I'm just being honest with you, have had some dysfunctional family experiences. This is not, I don't call this the Brady Bunch stone. This is not the stone for you if like it's just been a happy household your whole life. This is for people who've had real heart challenges, right? Tough times with their parents, tough times with their siblings, tough times with their children, right? Rejection, betrayal. I mean, this stone heals the big woundage that happens in human relationships, right? And then emerald, which is also a heart chakra stone. These are both heart chakra. Emerald brings you wisdom and discernment. So it's like, let's heal your heart and help you make better choices so that at least you're in alignment. However other people choose to interact with you or work with you. Yeah, I mean, I don't have a, you know, big Brady Bunch story, but maybe you do, you know, and if you do, I'm happy for you. Like if it's all been sunshine and rainbows and unicorns for you, I think that's great. I wish that for everybody, but most people I know have had some drama. Now you can make this really small. These fully bend. Okay, so she's got a little teeny town wrist and you can see how it works on her. She has customized it to her wrist. You can also expand this up. So I would say this would fit anywhere from a 6-inch to up to a 10. And it's sterling silver, solid sterling, open on the back. Aren't they beautiful? I love the pear-shaped emeralds too.
Pretty.
Because you have that, like, they call it a pillow cut of the kunzite, right, with the little cut faceted emeralds. Isn't it delicate and feminine?
I love it. I really do. I think it's really pretty.
So we have small and we have medium. And so she's showing you on the left is the medium and on the right is the small. So you and that's not about the diameter of the cuff. That's about the size of the kunzite. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Okay, so on the left of the medium, I have 2. And on the right, for the small, I have 3. And then I have earrings to match and a necklace.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
So here's the necklace.
Isn't the necklace gorgeous, darling? Yeah, let me just kind of hold it up. It's hard to see when she's showing it to you like that, but it's a statement piece. And what's really cool about the necklace is you can wear it long and you can wear it short. If you adjust it, see how it's got the little hook? At the smallest diameter, this is going to be about, I don't know, 14, 15 inches. And then you can let it go all the way down to, what's the longest measurement on that, Alexys?
The longest is, it says 21.5 inches.
Okay. So if you put it all the way at the last loop, that's 21.5 inches, which I would wear it long, but you could absolutely bring it up and make it a choker, okay? And then we'll show you the earrings too real quick, so that you can see the whole wardrobe, and then you can choose which pieces you want.
So the earrings
So we have small earrings and we have medium earrings.
Yeah.
So she's going to show you. On the right side of your screen will be the small. And the small are 0.9 inches of Kunzite, and then the medium are 1.2 inches of Kunzite. So she's showing you the small right now, I believe.
These are, so I have one of each.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I figured it was
on the right
easier.
is the small, on the left is the medium.
And they come in pairs, but I couldn't hold them all up at once, so just...
She's going to try doing some weird octopus thing with you, and it's not going to happen.
So this is one of each.
Okay, so
And
of the cuffs,
there's
of
a
the...
pendant, too.
Oh, and there's a pendant, too. And the pendant...
That is number... Wait, where is it?
Team SG, it might be easier for us if you put all of the... Can you make a note?
Oh, it's number 16 on page 3.
If you can put all of the same items together, that would be a lot easier for us. 1.75 inches is the pendant, and that's under $90. Okay, you ready?
Okay, so let's start with the cuffs.
So the cuffs of the small on the right, I have 3. That's $399. The only reason it's not $699 is because we cut the stones ourselves. Otherwise, this would be double that price. No joke. Kunzite's expensive. Emeralds are expensive. It's all sterling silver. It's a crazy price. So $399, I have 3 of those. And then on the left, the medium ones, I have 2 at $429. And again, the difference is a 1/4 inch more Kunzite for $30 more. So it just depends if you want a smaller Kunzite or a larger Kunzite. I have 3 small and 2 medium.
So
And then those are the
cuffs.
cuffs. Congratulations. I know, they're beautiful. I'm really excited to see who gets a cuff.
Me too.
Really, really excited. And like I said, I love it so much. Out of everything I could choose from for my girlfriend for her birthday in February, I chose this. And she loves it. And she's got everything. So for her to be excited about it too tells you something about it. And then the earrings. So the earrings, I have a little bit better quantity. They're under $200. So on the right side, she's showing you the small, and on the left side, she's showing you the medium. The small is 0.9, and the medium is 1.2 of the Kunzite. And then the emeralds are the same size. Does that make sense? Medium cuffs are going out the door to Lisa Walters, Elaine. Congratulations, you guys. And then the small cuffs, Nicole English, Phyllis, Wendy Wolf got one. Congratulations. So the small earrings are $174 for the pair. I have 17 pairs. And then the medium earrings are $199 for the pair. I have 20 pairs. And that's all she wrote. And they are open on the back and absolutely translucent and gorgeous. The quality of the Kunzite, like I said, is absolutely amazing. I'm so glad you're excited, Wendy. I'm thrilled for you. You are going to love it. I hope you never take it off. It's so absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, it's going to look lovely on you.
Congrats on your earrings. And then the necklace, I have 2. The necklace is under $1,000, which, again, it's Kunzite and emeralds and sterling silver. It's crazy. Absolutely incredible. 21.5 inches at the longest. It's over 100 carats of Kunzite. Isn't that crazy? You want to see the clasp on the earrings? Yeah, she can show that to you, Jandy, up close. It's a little lever back, which is my favorite. We make lever backs because Athena likes lever backs. I like it better than the hook that you have to put the little plastic thing on. I don't like that. I like lever backs because they're harder to pull out of your ears. Okay, so the necklace is $949. Like I said, over 100 carats of Kunzite. 21.5 inches long for that magic. Oh yeah, baby. Isn't that gorgeous? Congratulations, you guys. It is so beautiful. I've never in my whole life seen the chance to get a wardrobe of jewelry in Kunzite.
Yes.
Never. Crazy. And again, I've been to Tucson and Denver for a decade. I've never seen a necklace, a cuff, earrings, all of that in Kunzite and emerald like this before. So I have 2 necklaces, if you would like them. And then when it comes to the pendant, I have, the pendant is under $90. Isn't that beautiful? Look at the quality of the emerald. Isn't that incredible?
It's so pretty. Like, look at how sparkly it is.
And Shram always puts the little leaf design on the bail. It's one of his little signatures, right? Isn't that pretty? Congrats to Nicole English. She got one of the necklaces, so we have one left. Cheers, darling. And then the pendant, I have 20 at $89. And that's it for Kunzite and emerald in our entire collection. But what a night. That was a showstopper. And a half.
Yes.
Yes. So yeah, the pendant is $89. 1.75 inches total from the top to the bottom. Cheers.
Congratulations
Cheers and
to
cheers
all
and
of our
cheers.
winners.
I know. I mean, seriously. It's heart healing on a whole nother level. It really, really is Kunzite. And like I said, especially if you've had real rocky, challenging relationships with your family. And if you haven't, just celebrate that. Celebrate not needing Kunzite. You probably don't have the size of therapy bills that the rest of us do. It's really great for you. Heather Winkler's gorgeous daughter, Katerina, is 21 years old today.
Wow, happy birthday. That's a fun age.
What's that like, Heather? Your baby's 21. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Katerina.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. And happy rebirthday to you, Mama.
And many more.
21. Dude, what are you doing for it, Katerina? Are you going somewhere fun? Are you going to have a drinky? I'm so excited. My mom took me to Vegas when I turned 21, and we whooped it up. My mom loved to gamble. Bless her heart. And I didn't at the time. Now I love to gamble. I love blackjack. It's my favorite. But at the time, I really didn't like it. It scared me to put money into something and you don't get it back.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute, that machine took my $20 and I have nothing. This is horrible. So anyway, happy birthday, Katerina. We're so blessed to be with you today. And to our beloved Heather Winkler and her baby. They had lunch and cocktails earlier. Yay! I love it.
Which
Cheers.
giveaway would you like to do?
I think we should do the big bola.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to give credit to Alexys. She's got a really great giveaway for you. I mean, it's, it's our sexy Foxy thing today. This is orange calcite from Mexico. So we showed you orange calcite from Madagascar.
And just to show the two next to each other.
See how different?
They're very different.
Isn't it interesting, though, to see calcite from two different localities and really see the difference in the color? They're both beautiful.
Yeah.
And they both have the same metaphysical properties. Now, you might be saying, oh, that looks kind of yellow on your screen. Trust me, it's orange. It's just that this is super orange. There's orange, and then there's orange. So we are giving away, do you know the dimensions of that one, Alexys?
No, I would say
It's big.
like 6 inches? 5 inches?
It's big. So if you need a big ball of...
Sex. This is a sex ball.
If you need a sex ball, we happen to have that for you. So all you have to do is comment and say yes, or I'm ready, or roll that thing on over. And we're going to choose a winner for you. Isn't it beautiful? And it's going to come on your little golden pillow. This is only one of our giveaways for tonight. We have a couple. Some of them are from my little personal collection, too. So
Let's talk about
we have
sex,
little giveaways, and we
baby.
have big giveaways
Let's
tonight.
talk about you and me. Let's talk about you taking home this fear because we're giving it to you. Let's talk about sex. Let's talk about sex, baby. All through the night, all day.
There's a need for sex balls in the field.
Yes. I got really into that for a second, so.
She's having a moment over there. I didn't want to interrupt it. Congratulations to you, Lacey Lee, by the way. Okay. All right. I love it. Who said roll it my way? Roll that thing over, right? I know. That's from Ditch Sam. I love it. And Christina says, oh, hell yes, I need a boost in my sexy game.
Sex booster.
Okay, this will do it for you. It will definitely get things rolling, if you know what I mean, darling. Okay. Aw, I love that. I'm just going through and reading your comments. Alright, I think I know where this is going. I also wanted to let you finish that, though, where you're going with that.
Oh, I was just reading a comment. I love big balls and I cannot lie. Especially when they're orange calcite. I missed my calling.
No, I think you found your calling. I think you're right here for it. I do. I think nothing was missed, Alexys. I think you and I dialed in our calling real good from all directions. Okay. I have seen your comment 3 times. And I'm kind of excited for you because it's interesting when your ex becomes a friend with benefits again.
That's happened to me before.
Tracy Harris. So I'm going to roll this big ball on over to you and see what you and your ex do with it, with the benefits.
I hope you're having fun.
And I hope you're having fun. And I hope it's good for you. And I hope you're happy. Cheers.
I do too.
To your happiness, to your desire, to your passion.
Cheers to your happiness.
We will cheers you and your sex ball. I'm good.
Making sure you're not cheersing with an empty glass there.
No, I have a little bit of
Yeah,
that.
you have enough for
I have enough. I bought these glasses for me and Alexis. I thought they were really cute.
They're beautiful.
They're pretty. I found this website. I wish I hadn't. It's a very, very dangerous website, and I will never go there again. But I found these glasses, and I'm like, aren't they pretty?
By the way, Tracy, I don't know if you can see, but your sphere it's charging on our little sex altar up here. So I thought you should know that.
Yeah.
Okay, we promised honey after this.
Yeah, now we're gonna give you some honey. See, this is kind of a sexy show. Cheers, Tracy. You know me, like I want to know all about it. Like, what, are you having fun? Is it complicated? Do you have to think about
I'd like to hear about that too, because
Yeah.
that hasn't gone so well for me in the past. But
This is when I wish I had a talk show. Like, I wish Tracy was here and I could just be like, all right, give it to us, right? Like, coming back together with your ex, figuring that out.
Yeah.
The benefits thing.
I just hope you're having fun and happy and enjoying it, and it's exciting like that. Whenever I hear about something like that, like I get excited for you.
Yeah.
I think who wouldn't,
Well, my thing is, like, if you're with someone and you really love that person, you probably always love that person. Now, there could be things about that person that drive you up the fucking wall, and there's a reason that people break up. But usually there's, like, still something
There's
where
still,
you're like,
exactly. That's why I always get excited. Like, I'm always like, oh, I hope, like, I don't know, like,
Karen's like, it's been too long, I got cobwebs. Wow, but we're here to help you with that. So I'm going to show you the honey. Honey. You should know that Rachel on Team SG shopped off the top.
Yes. Yeah, she got her honey. Athena got her honey.
I have my honey.
Do you have the update?
I do, yeah. So we have, I don't have much. Alexis will show you.
I will show you the honey.
Okay, look, and you might be thinking, like, who are these people? Why are they showing us honey during, like, a live gem sale? This is so weird. But I told you about Volco earlier, right, my friend. He's a beekeeper, among other things. And he makes his own honey in the Pacific Northwest. And I'm just telling you, it's different. Like I said, a lot of my clients and friends keep bees. And so literally at my house, I have a honey cabinet. Probably doesn't surprise you. I eat honey on its own. I come from Greece. And in ancient Greece, we had something called the Melissae. And the Melissae were bee priestesses. Because meli means honey in Greek. So if somebody calls you meli, it's like, come here, honey. So the Melissae were the bee priestesses, and they worked with the bees and captured their magic and their power, which is distilled into honey. Volco's honey doesn't taste like any honey I've ever had before. And I will tell you, we have 7 of these jars. It's all we've got. It's not like there's a whole bunch of this. The small size I have 2. The medium size I have 5. It's expensive, but you know, he charges a lot for it too because he doesn't make that much, and there's something to it that's real different, right? I
saw Kaz ask if this can be sent to Australia. I'm not sure. I would recommend that maybe we keep this domestic. I don't know. It's up to you if you want to.
I don't know.
It. Yeah.
Yeah.
We
can give it a go.
Yeah, we can, but
yeah,
we're not guaranteeing anything.
I know. So are you ready? The small one is 29.4 ounces of Volco Bee Magic. And the medium one, because we're calling it large, is 56.4 ounces of Bee Magic. They ship for free. The small is $69. I have $2, or 2 of them. And the medium or large is $99, and I have 5 of them. And that's all I have for Volco honey.
Magic honey.
$69, $99. I know. The healing properties are crazy. So anyway, good luck, congratulations, enjoy. I know you wanted more, I know only had this. And I'm telling you, we wouldn't even have this if I was like, as my team was leaving his place in Tucson, I was like, grab the honey. Like it was like Project Honey, like grab the honey over. Someone grab the honey over.
We were like, we'll take all of the honey, and he was just like, oh really? Like actually, like okay. And we were like, is that okay? And he was like, well, there's some vendors that are here that usually try to get some too. And we were like, you know what? Like set aside whatever you need to set aside, and
we didn't take all his honey. We because he does have friends who like to get it, and so we're like, we don't want to take it away from your friends, but like our customers want it. So anyway, congratulations. I hope. Katrina McNulty got one, yay!
Congratulations, yay!
And Mara got one, yay! I really was like trying to stall for a minute because I know some of you really came for the honey, and I don't blame you. It is different. Honey is highly vibrational, and it really, like, if you're feeling anxious, there's nothing like it. There's nothing like it. Just a spoon in there, right? I don't know, Ashley Esparza. Team SG, can you give us just a quick roundup of some things that we might want to point out that are still available if there is one of the Kunzite necklaces? And then will you post it with the price so that people can cut and paste it and stick it? We would really appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you guys handle that because I don't want to overwhelm you guys.
Yeah.
But
the more you can tell us, the better, though, Team SG. And then I will look for your comments and try to echo those in my comments too. So medium honey jars went to Elaine, Andrew Rodriguez, Randy Stearns, Kathleen Kaminsky, and Lisa S. Yeah, a little honey in your whiskey is great when you've got a cough. I just came through a terrible non-COVID upper respiratory infection. She did too.
Yeah, and I don't think it was the exact same thing, but we were both sicker at the same time. Yeah. Yeah,
that's why I was like, oh, get ready for a Foxy live sale today. I'm like,
we're
Super Foxy. Like coughing up a lung. Anyway. Yeah, it's so super yummy. So yeah, you can, it's edible. You can rub it on people and remove it. I'm gonna leave that to your wisdom. So hang tight, Ashley. Team SG will let us know if there's any more of the Kunzite necklaces too.
So I know I've said this twice already, but this time I really mean it. I think this is like my very favorite item of this show because this is so cool. This is giving.
Can you show them because they can't see it?
Yeah. Sorry,
like she's off camera right now.
This is giving.
You're like, this is my favorite item. I'm like, what?
So this is Slytherin vibes for sure. You guys know me. I am a Slytherin, so I say that in the best way possible. We're not all bad, but even if you're not into that, if you're not a Slytherin, this is so cool. Like this is one of the coolest things I've ever seen, honestly.
This is interesting because, you know, for me, what comes up when I look at something like this is a lot of my shamanic training, right? So snake medicine is medicine of the direction of south in pagan traditions, in shamanic traditions. And golden sheen obsidian is also a stone of the south. It's about transforming fire into power because obsidian comes from lava. It's volcanic, right? And this is golden sheen. So you can see as she's turning it, look at the snake's head.
It's so cool.
It's one thing for the blade to be super shiny, but like all the way up the body. This is a master cutter who makes these for us. We don't have a lot of these, by the way. This is
it's number 14.
Okay, yeah, I just passed it. We have 20 of these, so it's just not that many, but that's partly what makes it special. So these are hand carved in Mexico. The obsidian is mined in Mexico, and then the snake athame is carved, and it's carved from one continuous piece of golden sheen obsidian. Golden sheen obsidian cleanses and purifies your auric field, and snake helps you transform and release what isn't serving you anymore, like its skin, right? Isn't it gorgeous?
The snake is the handle. It's so cool.
Now, there are 100 different uses for a tool like this, ranging from how do I open my mail to how do I open a circle? How do I cut and narrow energetic cords, right? I taught my students how to, and a lot of you who are live with me at the new moon, just a couple of months ago, we had a new moon in Aries, and I taught you how to use an athame. So ever since then, everybody who came to the new moon, which you can always go back and watch, it's on YouTube. It was a new moon in Aries in, I want to say it was March. Yeah, because it was right on Nick's birthday, March 31st, as a matter of fact, right? So this is a tool that you can work with. When I go through, if I have somebody who has really dense, heavy energy in their field, I will go through and just slice through, their energy field, just to cleanse and clear and cut through. And you can feel it. Also, one of my favorite things to do, because I'm an energy worker, and I believe if you start to play with energy, you can feel it. If I could show you your hands in a dimension outside of the third or fourth dimension, you would see that you would actually be able to see your energy field. If you've ever done plant medicine like ayahuasca or San Pedro or mushrooms, you've probably seen it too. And so you can actually play with your energy field with a tool like this, like moving it between your fingers. You can start to feel. Now you can do that with your hands too. If you put your hands between your right hand fingers between your left hand fingers, and you start to pull, you'll start to feel something like, whoa, I see what she's talking about. Because it's energy between your fingers. Your hands are the most powerful part of your body. And they send and receive energy naturally all day long, which is why you constantly have to clear them. But you can actually, at the end of the day, just go through and clear out the energy between your fingers. And then what I do is just direct that energy back to its source. And then again, go through, cut, and send that energy back to source. Make sure you cover the back of your body too when you're just kind of, think of it like almost like smoothing the frosting on a cake with a tool like this. Like you're just going through and just smoothing. Mm-hmm. And what it's doing is smoothing the edges of your energy field, which can get very frayed. You can get auric holes, right, that come from trauma and fear, sometimes from psychic attack, can cause a perforation in your auric field. You can actually seal the aura with golden sheen obsidian. Aren't these beautiful? Do you feel it? When you start to play with it, you'll be like, oh my God, she's right. I feel it. At first you're going to go, I don't know what she's talking about. And then you're going to be like, if you close your eyes, you can actually feel that you're pulling something. I wish I could show it to you. We're in 3D right now. These are $130. I have 20 of them. They were made just for this sale. And my team member, Narrowly, who is in charge, he is in charge of Mexico and Central and South America for Sage Goddess. He came in today and he's like, I'm so happy to see those sitting there. Because he brought these
and it's so
for
cool.
us. I know, isn't it cool?
You guys are going to see so much cool stuff coming through because he's phenomenal.
He is. Well, we're going to Mexico with him. Dave and I are going to Mexico with him.
I love that. I absolutely adore him, and
I do too.
Anything that has his energy is great.
He's all over it. Yeah. He knows. So anyway, Magic Man Narrowly here at Sage Go. Yeah. Okay, cheers, everybody. Congratulations. You chose a really powerful tool. You'll be really happy. Cool. When it comes, and you can feel that tool.
It's so cool, guys.
You might even go through a phase where you're like, I don't want to not have it.
I can't say it enough. Like it's really, really cool.
Yeah, you know when she and I are geeking out over something. I know, like, yeah, it's pretty cool. Okay.
Oh,
I did hear a couple requests for the Himalayan pink Lemurian.
Oh, okay. Yes, we can do that.
Has anybody been excited about my ring that I'm wearing? We do have two rings tonight.
That. Yeah, let's
we have two rings tonight, and one of them I'm wearing all day. I do love amber, and we have. Let me show them both on my hand real quick.
There you go.
We have amber and we have fire agate, and these are the only rings of the show. Actually, we're a little ring light. Only for tonight. We will have more. But this one is amber and this one is fire agate. Both are sacral chakra, interestingly enough. They're both adjustable in sterling silver, and you can see how the adjustment works, right? So you would pull those little tabs apart, push them together. So anybody can wear this. I mean, all the way from like a 5, 5.5 up to a 10 will be really comfortable in this ring. So this is amber, deeply protective. This is fire agate, and you can see the kind of like fiery element of that. That's for creation, expansion, and passion. So the amber, which is right here, is $119. $119, all done in sterling silver. And it's got a little dragonfly on the side. And then the fire agate on my middle finger, that one is $189. And that is a Mexican fire agate on that finger. You can wear them on any finger you want, but just to show them to you on mine. Yeah, the fire agates from Mexico. Aren't they beautiful? These are great rings. I'm always telling you this because so often those of us who are highly empathic, well-developed psychic gifts, we wear lots of upper chakra jewelry, but we don't wear anything for like the sacral or the root. What happened? Oh, good. She saved it. So yeah, congratulations. I've been wearing the amber one all night, so you probably have seen that on my hand. It might look kind of red on the camera, but it's very orange. I think there's little friends inside of there. No way, there are, Alexis. Let me get my readers.
Are there bugs in there?
Hold on. Wait a minute. Can I have the flashlight?
Yes. Oh yeah, you're right. Is that a mosquito? Oh
I'm not exactly sure what's in there, guys, but
it's really cool.
There is a little friend in there.
We're not making any promises, but there may be dino DNA in your amber ring. So,
darling,
Terry.
I don't know for sure, but there's little magics in there. So
Bingo!
Yeah.
Dino DNA.
That is so awesome. Okay. Now, we still have some really incredible... You want to see the dragonfly on the ring closer? Yeah, we can show that to you really quick, too. Okay, what's up next, Alexis?
I have a few things that I pulled out.
Okay.
So...
Let's talk about those shiva, Himalayan related shivas. Yeah. Now...
These are so cool. We picked these out together. I remember.
We did. This is Tucson. Now, I'm going to tell you something. There's somebody I go and shop with in Tucson, and he's like the most expensive person to shop with. I'm not going to shy away from that, because sometimes people like him, they're expensive because he's got the best of the best of the best, okay? These are the most incredible, remember I taught you about Shiva Lingam earlier? These are the most incredible rutilated quartz Shiva Lingams I've ever seen. And these are from the Himalayan ridge in Tibet. They're under $90. If you get one of these, like, I almost want you to promise me you're gonna set it into jewelry or have it made into a cuff or something, because this should be around your neck all the time. The Himalayan ridge is one of the oldest areas of the planet, right? I spent a whole month teaching my students about Tibet. And it's believed that Himalayan ridge of mountains is the throne of Shiva, right? Who is the masculine force of creation, right? And there's so many stories about the Himalayan ridge that underneath it is this, place called Shambhala, which is this paradise, right? That some people call Shambhala heaven. It's just different traditions, different names. Anyway, this is rutilated quartz. You can see the little bars of gold through it. And this comes from the Himalayan ridge. It is so incredible. So I bought these, even though they're expensive, which, I mean, they're under $100. They're not like completely out of line, but it's just like his stuff is always more expensive because he goes to these remote locations and he carves everything himself. And hopefully you can feel the energy. Most rutilated quartz comes from Brazil. What makes these special is that they're not Brazilian. that they're from the Himalayas. And you don't often find rutilated material there. So it's kind of just a very unique opportunity to work with, right? The energy of Kailash and Shambhala. Yeah, this is next level. This is the kind of thing, though, that I like to bring you to these sales, because I think that's why you're here. Like, the reason people come to these sales is because they know they're going to find these really super, like, things with these great stories and...
So super magical.
Yeah, and so she and I we went through one by one, and
we had fun in that booth that we technically weren't supposed to be in.
that little we don't talk about that, but we're over there doing the thing, right?
We're doing social media stuff. We're definitely not shopping. We're just doing social media stuff.
Whenever we're getting in trouble, that's what we say. Like, we're not shopping. We're doing social media.
That's our excuse for everything. Want to go to the car? We're doing social media.
Yeah. You want to go sit quietly and not talk to each other? We're doing social media. Okay. I have more of the smaller one. I have 28 of the 0.75 inch one, which is on the left, and I have 14 of the 1.25 to 1.75 on the right. So if you want the one on the right, it's just you got to be quicker with your fingers. The small is under $80 and the medium is under $90. So they're $10 apart in price.
Oh,
are you ready?
So you said I would make a medicine bag just special for these.
There's a lot of booths with hot guys. I don't know that this would qualify as a booth with the hot guy, but
that's not what we know it as.
It's hot in terms of like hot merchandise.
What's the booth with the hot guy that they're talking about?
Oh, they probably mean Raza. Everybody has a crush on Raza. Raza's
He's
cute.
such a sweetie.
Okay. I have 28 of the small at $79. That's it. There's no more of these anywhere. And then I have 14 of the medium at $89. That's it. No mas. This will be one of your little power crystals. Yeah. I know that these keepers of these pieces are here. Yeah, this is about change and transformation and power and not. I mean, they know. You guys know when we are willing to go to the mat and get in trouble for shit. It's because it's good. We're like, no, we're doing this. I mean, right now.
You're willing to get in trouble for anything. To be fair,
I am.
I'm not though.
I have no fear.
I do not like to be in trouble.
I just pretend I don't know what's happening. It's almost like, oh, I don't speak that language. But that's why I've called in all these people like Clara who have to like make rules.
Yeah, we need them around here. So since we were just talking about
congratulations, you're getting something really exciting, and I'm super happy for you. It's so beautiful.
I feel like it's a natural transition to these.
It's an absolute natural transition to those. Yeah. This is another one. I have 26 pieces
in total.
Yeah. In total. That's all I've got, darling.
These are cool. This is something we don't have often.
It's true. And so I have if you've been with me for a while, you know that I've taught you all about Lemuria, right? So the Lemurian civilization was a civilization that lived on a continent called Mu, which was off the coast from California all the way down to basically past where Hawaii is now and out toward the Indian Ocean. That was in theory operating about 13 to 15,000 years ago, collapsed into the water. The priests and priestesses took all their wisdom, they encoded it into these lines that form the basis of what we call Lemurian quartz, which has like this kind of ladder on it, okay? But over the last 10 years, what I said to people consistently is, but I've seen lines on quartz from other places. Is that Lemurian? And purists will say, no, that's not Lemurian. Like, Lemurian quartz only comes from Minas Gerais, Brazil. People who are more metaphysically kind of expansive in their thinking will say, the continents didn't look like they do now at that time, right? The entire Earth's surface was radically different if you've studied geography, right? How continents fit together and the tectonic plates and how that's shifted. So I have seen Lemurian lines on quartz from different places, including the Himalayan ridge. So this is quartz from Kailash that has the lines that we all know as Lemurian. And my theory is that why couldn't we have had, in theory, it was a multidimensional civilization. So couldn't they have traveled to other parts of the world to encrypt that wisdom into crystals in other places, right? We had small pieces of this at sagegoddess.com for you a couple of weeks ago. We saved the bigger mother clusters for today's show. But you can see as she's showing you, do you see the lines across the surface?
Yeah, there's one right on this crystal here. You can really see. I mean, they're on
in the front too. You can see it. Yeah, I mean, there's and it's just like Lemurian quartz, where they call it the staircase to heaven or this ladder to heaven, right?
Oh, there we go. There, you can see that really well there too.
Again, not everybody's going to agree. They're going to be like, nope, Lemurian quartz only comes from Minas Gerais, and I'm going to go, nope, I swear to you, I've seen it in other places. So we have to remember the planet just looked really different at that time. So we have of the 4 to 5 inch size cluster, which is what she's showing you right now, under $50, by the way.
And this has a pink hue that the camera's
they are
picking
pink
up,
Himalayan.
but it is pink. You can really see it on the bottom.
And some of these have carbon inclusions, which again, you know, is, if you're my student, because I taught you this in Crystal Masters. And by the way, if you're new, I teach online classes in crystal healing and spiritual psychic development. And so you can always go to sagegoddess.com/programs, and I'll have Team SG. Could you guys post the link at the end of tonight too? Because some of you may like to learn more. If you enjoyed tonight, this is kind of how I teach. And so you're always welcome to join us. My programs are super affordable and a lot of fun. But it's pretty remarkable to be able to get a cluster this size for that price. Here's what you have to know. In Minas Gerais, Brazil, these aren't mined by hand. You know, they will blast the mine. And so it's the clusters naturally break apart. When you're at this elevation, you're not blasting anything. And in fact, it's very hard to get up the hill. You either have to hike or you have to take, you know, an animal, go on animal back, and then they can only bring down the mountain what they can carry. It's a whole different, mining in Tibet and mining in Brazil is apples and oranges. It's a totally different experience. So this should be more expensive than Lemurian. It turns out it's less expensive, which is pretty remarkable. So this size is $49. I have 23. Quartz, by the way, is programmable. It's the highest vibration mineral on the planet. But this is special because it's the Himalayan Lemurian. So it's different from other kinds of quartz crystal you might have had in your collection before. And then the larger, I only have 3. The 6 to 7 inch, I only have 3 of them. $69.
That's insane.
No, it's a really crazy price.
Looks like it should be a couple $100 at least.
Honestly, you could sell it. I don't think you should, but you could. I mean, nobody would look at that and go, $69 and free shipping? Like, are you sure it's from the place? And it is. We imported it directly. It's just, we don't overcharge for things if we don't have to. You know what I mean? If we get a savings on something, we pass that on to you at Sage Goddess. That's why a lot of our customers have been with us for 10 years. So anyway, I mean, how many, that would be a fun, you know those, we used to put jelly beans in a jar and go, how many jelly beans are in the jar?
Always been terrible at that.
I suck at it.
Me too.
But like, how many points are on that cluster? Turn it over, wait till you see the bottom. What? I mean, again, I'm shitty at this.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't even try because there's like, look how many teeny tiny
look at this.
There are. Like
those are all little points.
Like, when you see it in person, guys, you're going to be like...
You'll be so... Yeah, you'll have a moment.
I would guess hundreds.
I was going to say 5 bajillion. I wonder why Athena never wins that game. Maybe because bajillion isn't a number.
5 bajillion. Isn't bajillion a number? Bazillion?
I don't think bajillion. I don't think any of those are numbers, which is why I don't teach math. Yes. I've taught every subject. No, seriously, I've taught every subject from grade 7 to graduate school. Every subject except math. Because you don't want me teaching you math. That's just not my gift. That's not why I came to the planet.
This is one of my other favorite items of the show.
I'm so happy you guys are here. I hope you're having fun tonight.
I'm having fun. I know you.
How do you protect it for shipping? We wrap a shit ton of shit around it. Amethyst Dragonfire. We're very good at shipping. We have our shipping game down, and now we're totally eco-friendly on the packaging side.
Mm-hmm.
We have a whole different situation. I don't know if you guys have ordered recently from Sage Goddess, but we're eco-friendly and nothing breaks. We've got this, and we ship to every country every day. We really do. We ship everywhere around the world. So I'm glad you guys are here. Now, we're going in a whole different direction now with Pyrite.
super sparkly pyrite.
We love our pyrite.
You guys, this sparkles all over. But the camera's not even capturing how pretty it is.
Which number is this one, Alexis?
This is number 20.
Oh, okay. Oh, here it is, yeah.
Okay.
We've been studying Peru, as you know, in my Crystal Masters class this month. And this is pyrite from Peru, which is the best, in my opinion. There's Spanish pyrite, and it's beautiful too, but I love me anything from Peru, right? Aren't these fun? These are under $140. They are 3 inches of hand-carved pyrite in a skull. Now, I collect skulls. Some of you do too. And I believe that each skull comes to you as a teacher, kind of has something unique to teach you about, or a lesson to show you, or information to share with you in some way. And pyrite is a stone of confidence and empowerment and strength. So this is like your mentor for how to be a stronger, wiser, more empowered you. Aren't they beautiful? I know. So we just brought a handful of these in. Like I said, just over 4 dozen of these at 3 inches. So if you need guidance, wisdom, strength, empowerment, encouragement, and if you collect skulls and you don't have a pyrite one in your collection, maybe, aren't they beautiful? These are $139. They're 3 inches, and I have 50 of them. Yeah. Oh, when you hit it with a flashlight, it's a whole light show.
See the sparkles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the quality of these is beautiful. In some of the pockets, you can actually see the cubes of the pyrite, because pyrite's a cubic stone.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's so pretty.
Super beautiful. So enjoy, everybody. I know. He's going to be your new friend to teach you how to be strong and self-sufficient and empowered. And
he reminds me of adventure movies like Indiana Jones or Pirates of the Caribbean or
that's
the Goonies or Uncharted. Like,
we're going back and watching Pirates of the Caribbean again because of Johnny Depp.
The first movie is so good, and the second one's good too. But the first
so good in eyeliner, you know. It's just like,
I know, yeah. And I don't know I watched the first movie again recently, actually, like a few weeks ago, and it's funny, like it's just
good.
Entertaining.
He's such a good actor. Yeah. I am not watching the fiasco of a trial. I'm not doing that. It's too much for my central nervous system, you know?
It kind of sucks. Like, I've gotten to this point where I'm seeing it everywhere. Like, I can't scroll. And I'm not talking about people's personal posts. I'm talking about, like, just the updates. Like, it's like they're getting pushed up my Instagram algorithm and my Facebook algorithm.
Don't
where
click
it's
on
like
any of it.
No, I don't click on any of it. And that's why I don't understand why I keep getting it. Because I'm not opening any of it. You know? And I'm not talking about personal opinions or posts or anything like that. But it's like I'm actually getting articles. I mean, I'm sure you guys are getting them too. Yeah. I'm just like, I don't want to.
Can I share with you my perspective on it? I'm so curious, having not watched it. Mm-hmm. Just, you know, I'm a sociologist by training, right? As a sociologist, let's put this in academic terms. Isn't it interesting how many people are ready to form an opinion about someone's relationship that they don't know, and that they're just watching snippets of on TikTok? Like, people I know who really are like, don't get in other people's business, are totally ready to have a fully formed opinion about this. They've never met these people. They have no idea what's going on. I will tell you, I've been coaching and counseling and teaching people around the world for over a decade. What I can tell you for sure is, in most situations, it takes 2 to tango. You know, it's very hard for me to look at anybody's relationship and go, yep, that's all her fault, or yep, that's all his fault, right? Like, it's very hard for me. But it's like, I in no way feel informed enough, even if I watch the whole trial, to have an opinion about his relationship with her. It's very hard. So as a spiritual teacher, I sit back and I'm like, this is an interesting phenomenon, right? We are so ready to have an opinion about people we don't know.
And it's everywhere. But even just like clips, and you're right, it's all over TikTok, where it's just like, this isn't what I'm coming to TikTok for. I'm coming to TikTok for my cat videos and people sharing
and
their
Benny drama.
Yes, and Benny drama.
That's why I go.
And people sharing their awkward experiences throughout the day that I totally relate to. I am not here to watch a trial. I'm just not. That's not my personal choice of entertainment. I'm not. If any of you are choosing to, that's fine. I'm not judging. I just don't want it forced upon me.
I will say what I did laugh at, in all honesty, what I did laugh at is how he engages with the attorneys, because attorneys get on their high horse about how smart they are, and he was able to whip that around really quickly and kind of make it funny. And I was like, this is kind of funny, but forming an opinion is a whole different thing. Anyway,
we have quite a topic for another day too.
I know.
But it really is an interesting.
We're willing to jump in. This is why, like, social media drama and stuff, it's like, this is a human phenomenon. We have to back up and go, I don't know these people. Okay.
And the truth is always in the middle.
It's always in the middle. It's always in the middle. Okay.
I have these pulled out.
Okay, we must talk about these. These are really incredible. You know, it's good when Team SG is like, that selenite's insane. And then the next member of my team comes in and they're like, that selenite's insane.
This is so cool.
These are, I believe they're terminated too. Can you confirm that? Or that one is not. Oh, that one is.
Yeah, I don't want to say that they all are.
I don't. We can't say for sure, but both of these are terminated.
Yeah.
Okay, selenite from Mexico is my fave.
I love selenite.
I love it too, and it comes from Morocco, and it's super, super pretty too. There's other countries too, but the Mexican is my favorite. And these are not just selenite. These are selenite, and those little bumps on top are called hydrozincite. 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 And hydrozincite protects your auric field. So does selenite. So it's a double click on protection and clearing. Isn't that cool? We have two different sizes of these. We don't have a lot of it. The 4-inch, we have 21 pieces. The 5-inch, we have 37. I will tell you something. This is the ultimate tool to open your circles. I like the smaller size just because my hands are small, but I have less of this. I have less of the small and I have more of the medium. They're only 1 inch bigger. It's hard to describe to you the energy of these pieces, but it's like instant transmutation. It's like instant shifting of the energy. I'm going to keep one of the small Team SG because I don't have this in my collection, and it just feels like a must.
It's so
really
special.
does. Yeah. This will be another one of those crystals where you're like, I just want to hold it all the time. Now, I will tell you, this is selenite with hydrozincite from Mexico. We brought this back from Tucson. We don't have any more of this. I've never seen it before, so, I don't expect to have it again. What I will tell you is selenite needs to be kept out of water. Okay, so don't leave this outside. It's a sad, sad story. I could tell you eons of stories about selenite being exposed even to heavy humidity. Where I live, it's very humid. I live right on the coast of Southern California, and we have clouds and fog all the time. So, yeah, this is for opening your circles. You've seen me do that a million times, and closing your circles. Anything you touch to selenite, it's very much like black kyanite in that way. When you touch things to selenite, it clears them. And I was mentioning earlier that this is like divine white light. We had little selenite hearts at sagegoddess.com today, and I was talking about the power of selenite. But the Mexican selenite is a whole different sitch, in my opinion. This is far and away different from anything you would find in Morocco, for example. This size is under $150. The one that Alexys is holding is under $160. So they're $10 off, 1 inch difference, and I have more of the bigger one. So if you're ready for the rarest selenite I've brought you, other than the Greek selenite from Poseidon's temple, underwater temple, which that was technically rarer than this. But that's all gone. That'll never be mined again. This, I've only seen this one time in my life, and I've never seen this before either. I have 20 pieces for $149. and I have 37 pieces at $159. And that's it for selenite with hydrozincite. Again, HYDROZINCITE for auric cleansing, purification, and light. Yeah, you can absolutely, I'll give her my piece to show you. It is absolutely crystal clear and translucent. It's so beautiful.
They're
Isn't
really
that cool?
special.
It looks like snow.
It does.
On ice. Yeah, you will be so happy. Is it bumpy or?
It is bumpy.
Yeah, it feels like bumps, bumpy. But it's kind of satisfying.
Yeah, it's,
like
you
want to touch it.
To hold.
Can I hold the bigger one?
Yeah, that's what she said. Or that's what they said. Anyone could have said that.
Yeah, it just. It's different. If you've been working with selenite for a long time, like I have, then you'll immediately know the difference, right? Isn't that gorgeous? Yeah. That's a good one. Yeah. And again, working with it the same way, right? Once you've gone through with your golden sheen and you've kind of cut through and sliced through and smoothed out the edges of your aura, then this is to summon and call in divine white light through your field. Just keep it within 12 inches of your body, and that's how it'll operate in the field. Put it behind you, because energy gets stuck back there. We're always cleansing and clearing the front of our body, and then the back of us is like a train wreck. We're like, I wonder why I still don't feel like the energy's cleared. It's like, because it's all back there now. So let me hold on to that one. I kept one of the small ones, yeah. Otherwise the team gets confused. These are just rad though, you guys. I'm really excited for you.
I'm excited for you guys too.
Like I said, you know it's good when Team SG is like, walking around the room and then going, wait, what is that? Where did that come from? Can you crack open this Celsius?
Sure.
Thank you. Thank you. Very satisfying. My watermelon Celsius. It's time for my caffeine boost. I'm so glad you guys like it. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Okay.
Oh,
yes, the Phoenix.
So I have said this multiple times throughout the show, but this is actually my very top favorite item, because this that I'm about to show you is actually a replica of the necklace that I often wear. You guys saw it a couple months ago, and you guys begged for us to bring more.
Yep.
This pendant, I have a habit of like talking without showing you guys the thing. This pendant was gifted to me by Athena, actually, and it's funny because it was originally a prototype for the Phoenix Rising pendant that we did to match the ring we had a while ago, and they went in a different direction, but she gave me the prototype because I was going through some stuff, and it is one of my favorite pendants. Honestly, it really, really is. It reminds me of Fox the Phoenix, which is super special, but I also just love the medicine of it. I think it's important because it's got the almandine garnet there, which is really important for grounding, and I don't know about you guys, I don't wear a lot of grounding stones, so it's perfect. And then the carnelian for creativity, and then this light is kind of blowing out this opal, but this is a fire opal, and it's super flashy and gorgeous, and the phoenix itself is 925 sterling silver, and it's made to look just like the one I wear.
It is. The phoenix comes from mythology, right? It's the bird that was able to rise from the ashes, and for so many of us who've gone through big challenging things like I have in my life and she has in her life, and I know a lot of you are either in it or you've gone through it, or if you haven't had any major challenges, the process of being human means you probably will at some point. You'll have to rise from the ashes of whatever you go through, right? Like I never liked it when my mom and grandma would say, whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Like, I didn't like that, but the phoenix kind of represents that in a different way that really resonates with me, right? You can look at the challenges of your life as destroying you, or you can look at them as alchemizing you, right? Like making you into a cleaner, lighter, purer version of yourself. Because those tough experiences, don't you think, like they shape you, they mold you, they carve you, they teach you who you are and what you're capable of. And nobody wants to go through challenging times, but then when we're in them, we have to really like shift our perspective, So this is your phoenix, and you're going to rise from the ashes, and that garnet will ground you while you do it. That carnelian will remind you that in the shadow, in the ashes, is your gift, right? And then the fire opal is about what do you do with that now? How do you alchemize all of that intensity into a new version of who you are, right? Yeah. It's really I'll tell you the price and then I'll tell you a story. So I have 47 of these. They're $114. They're done in solid sterling silver. It'll come on a chain. In a case like this, it isn't a sterling silver chain, but we give you something to get you started. I would probably wear it on a cord. It just depends on what you like. Or if you have, we've done like little beaded necklaces before, like gemstone beads. That would be really pretty on that too. So I was on a business trip in Chattanooga, Tennessee, of all places. This was like 15 years ago. And whenever I used to travel on business, I would find out if there's a metaphysical shop and I would go. You guys probably do the same thing. So one night after my meetings, I looked up on Yelp. I found this little shop. They were open till like 7. So I went and I ended up just striking it up with the owners, and we kind of just enjoyed each other's company, and it was a husband and wife. And we were talking about the phoenix, and he stopped and he stood up and he took his shirt off, which when I tell you that probably seems weird. Like here I am talking like a shop owner at the end of the day and he's taking his shirt off. But he turned around. I should have taken a picture. I've never seen a tattoo of a phoenix like that before. It was breathtaking. I mean, the wings were up over his shoulders. Not what I expected in Chattanooga. You had some surprises for me down there. But anyway, he was telling me the story of how many months it took to, because I mean the detail and the color and just the intensity of it. And it was like, yeah, there it is. You know?
Team SG did comment, guys. Sorry to interrupt your thing, but I see some questions. Yeah. Team SG did comment. So any bids being placed are being counted right now. Yeah. So sorry. Continue.
So anyway, that was the story. It was just like, oh my gosh, here I am, like in Chattanooga, and here's this man with this incredible tattoo, and just like was so cool. Honored just to witness it. You know, like what a cool thing. What if I hadn't gone on Yelp and seen if there was any metaphysical shops? Like here I was bonding with people over this, you know, like, yeah, I love the phoenix. Wait, check this out. And I was just like, oh my God, it's incredible. I'll never forget. Ben Affleck has a phoenix on his back.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Talk about somebody who's risen from the ashes, right? Really, really cool. Yeah, I love the phoenix. Some phoenix tattoos look weird. Can we just talk about that for a second? When you're putting a face on a phoenix, you gotta be real careful. I've seen some weird phoenixes. It's gotta be right. I'm sure if you guys have a phoenix, it's right, but I've seen some weird phoenixes. Just like I've seen some weird eagles. Like again, if you're gonna put a face on an eagle on your back for the rest of your life, it can't be weird. That's just Athena's 2 cents for you today. Yes, we have the remainder of the pendants to show you right now, but congratulations if you got one of the phoenixes. And I hope that it reminds you that I don't think there's anything in your life that you can't overcome. I mean, I say that as somebody who's overcome a lot. But, you know, each time we go through these, the gunk and the funk, it does shape us a little bit, right? Yeah, crows can get weird. You go putting a face on a crow. You better know. Yeah. Okay. We can talk about my pendulum.
Yes. Do you want to do that next? Okay. Let's talk about that.
I don't know anything about it. Like, is it on my sheet? I don't think it's on my sheet.
It's not. Do you need the? Oh wait, hold on. It's not on the. Something. It's not on the sheet because it got added at the last minute here. Scroll all the way down. No. Because they put the discount code.
All right, well, I'm gonna start talking about it. She'll back us up. Good words. Thank you, Renee. Owls can get weird too. I collect owls, but not ugly, weird owls.
It's right there.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I'm obsessed with this pendulum. I'll start there.
Do you want me to show it, or do you want to show it?
Actually, yeah, you should probably show it.
Okay. It's like I don't want to steal your moment if you want to be showing.
So as you know, I like to design sterling silver pendulums. I use pendulums every day. I've already used a pendulum like 5 times today. I use it for yes/no questions. I use it before I make purchases. I use it, I mean, honestly, constantly I use pendulums.
Oh, there we go. Look at how beautiful.
So my dream was to have a third eye pendulum. So we designed this one. This is Lapis. The body of the pendulum is Lapis. It's all done in sterling silver. And those are all Tanzanite. So there's 4 cabochon Tanzanites at the top, really representing the 4 directions and balancing it. And then the little tab where you hold it has the ajna symbol. It's the Om symbol, right, with Tanzanite. So that's where you're actually going to hold your pendulum. Isn't that beautiful?
Mm-hmm. You hold it like this.
It is. This little thing spins like you can't believe. And so these are the last of, I don't know how many we have. Do you know how many we have?
Well, they put 50 here.
Okay.
And then I'm not sure if there's any left
Okay.
on the site after this.
It just goes. These are, we had these on the website before, so we have them for, tonight the price you're paying is the same as it would be with your discount and everything on the website. So if you got one on the website, lucky you. If you didn't, this is your last chance, because I think we took all the quantity off the website and they're here tonight. So funny story is I gifted my friend Yasmina, because I went and saw her in Malibu actually a week ago today, and I gifted her a heart chakra singing bowl, which had a pocket on the inside. And what I didn't realize is I had left my pendulum inside the pocket. So she called me, So she called me the next day and she goes, Athena, I have to mail this to you. You left something really special inside the singing bowl, but I'm not really sure what it is. I think it's a pendulum. She had never held a pendulum before.
Really?
Yeah, and
That's
she's
surprising.
like, but she was like, the thing is, it's flying for me. Like, I think, I don't know how to use it, but I think it likes me, and because she's moving, and so she was like, I can ask it all these different like, should I go here? Should I go there? So I ended up saying, just keep it. Obviously, it was meant to be yours.
Oh.
So she's obsessed with it too. Isn't this gorgeous? It flies, you guys. And what's fun is it's sterling silver. It's like jewelry. It's really good quality. And those are some of the most potent third eye stones, right? Tanzanite is one of the Synergy 12. It's the third eye stone of the Synergy 12. And Lapis is all about power and strength and wisdom. And you can see this thing will fly for you.
Yeah, look at it going. I'm not even asking it any questions right now. And it's just...
It's waiting for the question.
Yeah.
So they're $75. I don't know exactly how many we have, but we will count you for whatever you're looking for. We're not remaking these. This is kind of just a limited edition sterling silver Tanzanite and Lapis pendulum for under $100. Like, if you don't have a pendulum, first of all, what an amazing first pendulum. It's Yasmina's first pendulum. This exact
that's
one.
So special.
Yeah, and then she was like, oh my God, it's flying for me. I think it likes me. And I was just like, you should keep it. You should have it. So cheers. You will have the same pendulum that I have and that she has. It'll be a sisterhood of the Lapis Tanzanite pendulums.
The top is really pretty, you guys.
It's perfectly weighted and balanced. I mean, this is
really
like
beautiful.
jewelry, you guys. And the quality of the lapis. Can we talk about that? So really good quality lapis should be that really deep, vibrant indigo blue with like little rivers of pyrite through it. It should look like that. That's what lapis wants to look like when it grows up. Not good quality lapis will have more calcite in it. You'll see a lot of white veining and stuff. This has mostly like a light blue veining to it, but it's really deep, intense indigo. Very happy for you.
It's really, really lovely. So congratulations.
So yeah, so whether you got it on the website or you're getting it now, it's the same price, but I'm just happy you got one, because sometimes when we have these like super limited edition things, it's just exciting for you to get one. So cheers and cheers and cheers and cheers.
Okay.
And it was so fun for me to think about her sitting there with this little thing flying, and she's like, what the hell is this? Wait, I love it. So good. I love taking people's pendulum virginity. It's like one of my favorite things to do.
We have a lot of Shungite obelisks left, and there was some weirdness where like we didn't know if the team had commented. There was some confusion during the bidding process earlier, so I just want to point out that these are still left. This is really, really cool. I've never seen a Shungite obelisk this size before. It's 7 to 8 inches.
Definitely Henry Cavill size.
Yes, super girthy. They even bezeled the bottom here, or is bevel? They beveled the bottom here. I just think they're super special. It's one of the most important filter. It's the most important filter you can work with. So these are still available. They're $219, and the team just prompted you to bid. If you're feeling called to it, I just didn't want them to get forgotten. So
yeah, I agree. I think that's good that we mentioned it. And then we still have a few things to get to tonight.
Yes,
that are very, very beautiful.
Is there something specific you wanted to get to next, or I had set some stuff aside.
Both of the wands, but this one in particular.
This is my favorite wand that we have done.
And he never does azurite, and azurite's one of my top
special.
favorite crystals of all time. So anyway, the wands tonight are just super gorgeous if you're in a wand mood. Size ouch, says Sabrina. Yes, darling.
Yeah, the Shungite is not for sitting on.
Yeah, don't sit on that. Far be it from me, darling, to make rules for you.
But look at how pretty this is. Oh, I mean, gosh. Yes, it would be, the Shungite obelisks would be amazing at your front door.
Front door, outside. Shungite's great outside. Definitely wherever you do your healing work, ceremony work, you need Shungite. You really do. Obelisks were the design of the Egyptians. You know that, right? Yeah. So the Egyptians were obsessed with pyramids. Did you know that? And so what an obelisk is, if you think about it, it's a pyramid on a stand, right? It's basically a four-sided base, because a pyramid is four-sided. It's got three-sided faces, but the base is four-sided, right? 3 is the number of ancient divinity, and 4 is the number of balance, right? So anyway, it's a power piece for sure.
I had already. It took me. I was zoned out because I was looking at the wand and the thing. But this is what she means. Yes. So it's the pyramid up here, the 3 sides, and that's
on a stand.
And that's fire. And then down here, it's the cube, 4 sides, earth.
Yeah.
And grounding. So
the Egyptians believed the obelisks, so they put them on either side of the entrances to the temples, all the major temples, right? Karnak in particular. And the reason is it was a way of making a pyramid reach the gods. They just thought the taller your obelisk was, the more likely you were to reach the sky gods.
A tall one.
Okay, now this wand, I'm just going to tell you, it's under $1,000. It's one of the most beautiful wands I've ever seen.
This is so pretty.
Terminated green amethyst is, and these are etched green amethyst. That's natural. Amethyst grows in 3 colors: pink, purple, and green. The green is the rarest.
These are really pretty, like aqua color.
Yeah, they're
too. Like it's just.
So Praesiolite is green amethyst, and that's the physical healer of the amethyst family. And then this also has Larimar, which is from the Dominican Republic and the Caribbean. Then there's little Amazonite, little tiny Amazonite cabochons, which is all about your throat chakra and expression and authenticity. And then in the middle of that, you have chlorite included. It's a double term. It's a double. It's a twin double term chlorite included quartz from Brazil.
That's so cool.
This is a master physical healing wand. It's $999. Ready, go. It's one of the most beautiful. It's all done in sterling silver, by the way. When we bring you wands in these shows, it's like jewelry. You know what I mean? But you can do everything with this that you do with any other wand. Opening circles, closing circles, activating grids, sending, receiving energy. I mean, all of that. But, I mean, I've never seen one with the dual Praesiolites. Yeah, I would consider these root Praesiolites. I don't know that that's technically a category of Praesiolite. If it is, I haven't experienced it before, but they definitely have a root crystal feeling to them, Michelle. 1000%. I know, isn't it gorgeous? I'm so excited to see who gets this one, because I will go out on a limb and tell you, I don't know that I've ever seen a more beautiful wand from him. This is up there with the prettiest. I know.
It's so pretty.
I know. Yeah. It's incredible.
I saw this wand up here yesterday, and I wasn't looking at my sheet, and I couldn't figure out what this was, because it didn't even cross my mind that
Isn't
it was
it amazing?
green amethyst. It's so pretty.
Yeah. yeah, it tops the list. And like I said, I have seen many, many wands in my time. I don't know that I've seen a more beautiful one or a more powerful one for healing work. I mean, if you're a crystal healer, especially if you're doing any kind of remote crystal healing, this would be the ultimate remote crystal healing wand. Yeah, it is. It's almost 11 inches, 10.7 inches.
It's a big one.
Gorgeousness.
Your thumb is gonna rest on the chlorite quartz.
Oh, that's really pretty. I like that. And to have a twin double term chlorite quartz is really, really incredible too. That's something I haven't seen before. I've never seen a twin double term chlorite quartz, and then to have if Michelle is right and those are craziolite root crystals, I mean, that's just rad.
It's so pretty.
So congratulations, whoever's getting that one. That is a wand and a half.
It's going to Remy Martini. Congratulations, Remy Martini.
Congratulations. Yeah, that very wise, very beautiful choice. We do have one more wand for you. Totally different vibration, by the way.
Completely different, but still amazing.
This one for me has the energy of, so I'm going to name it the pathway to growth. Okay, because azurite which is this stone right here, is really one of the most powerful third eye stones you can work with. This right here. Then there is this Indonesian coral that's the most beautiful piece of Indonesian coral. It's fossilized, by the way.
Looks like slices of grapefruit. I love it.
It really does. It's one of the prettiest pieces I've ever seen. That is millions of years old coral from Southeast Asia. And then up the wand you have tourmaline, you have sunstone. So tourmaline, which is a beautiful green tourmaline there for wisdom. Then you have amethyst for peace. You have sunstone.
And it is a confetti sunstone.
Yeah, look at that with all the different rainbow colors. That's for leadership, direction, and guidance. And then you have Lemurian quartz at the top from Brazil. So this is because the Indonesian fossilized coral is about ancient wisdom and expansion of your energy field. There's a lot of manifestation energy there. And then the amethyst is going to bring you peace. Again, the tourmaline is going to bring you wisdom. The azurite is going to direct and guide your path. The sunstone will help you step into your leadership capacity. I believe there's an opal up there too.
There is an opal.
An Australian opal. Yeah. Isn't that beautiful? Again, for change and transformation, and then a Lemurian quartz for all of that wisdom. This one is $829. Again, this is all done in sterling silver too. If you've been trying to grow and expand your business or grow and expand your family and you're just not sure how, it's like, what do I do? Where do I go? Who do I work with? I really believe in the power of crystals to manifest resources and to call people in. People, opportunities, resources to support your dreams. Isn't that gorgeous?
It's beautiful.
So yeah, very different energy than the other one, but like just as powerful because these are going to be different people. This is going to be somebody who's trying to, again, grow their family, grow a business, grow a relationship, grow something. The other one is going to be for somebody who's healing, doing physical healing work of some kind. So it's, from my perspective, it might be just different. Isn't it pretty? I'm so glad you like it too.
It really does look like little slices of grapefruit fruit. I love it. I love fruit patterns, things that have fruit patterns on it. So I'm really drawn to that.
So congratulations, you guys. And congrats to everybody who's getting pendulums. That's Jennifer, Christine, Leah, Katrina got one, Sugar Seas, Princess Wheat. All of you getting lovely, lovely, lovely pendulums. And I'm so excited for you to work with it. I want to know how it goes for you. Twinkle Starlight, Talyn Rue got one, Rose Hughes, Noe Tavares, Maribel Feliciano, Brandy got one, Stacy Winters here, Kathy Peretta, and Judith. All got them too. And congrats to those of you getting the Pyrite skulls. You know. Oh my goodness. All right, you guys, cheers and cheers to all of that. Now, I want to do 2 quick giveaways. A lot of you have been very patient. These are small giveaways, but they're really meaningful because they're from me. These are crystals from my personal collection. A lot of you know that I love Morganite. It is, I was really thinking today as I was getting ready, I'm like, I would like to bring a little giveaway from my house, my heart, my home. And, you know, it's the Sexy Foxy show, but what's sexy to me is also knowing that I'm worthy of love. And because that helps you feel sexy when you know you're worthy and you know you're strong and desirable and all of those things. And so I'm going to choose 2 winners. These are just 2 little beautiful crystals of one of my favorite love stones in the world. These have been on my love altar. And I would like to give them away tonight. So if you are like, yes, I would love a little Morganite in my life to help me feel worthy and powerful, please say yes. And I will choose 2 winners right now. I would love that. Yeah, especially if you don't have Morganite. Like, what a treat to be able to take your Morganite virginity. That's fun, too. I'm taking a lot of virginity tonight. Which is a weird thing for me to say. I don't know that that's technically something I can do, but, you know, if I could, I would.
Taking a lot of virginity.
Leave it to me to, yeah. All right, so the first piece jumped right out at me. Robin Robertson Bridges needs it for her collection to aid in her twin flame reunion. And this would be a fantastic stone for a twin flame reunion. So I want to support that. Robin, darling. And then the second piece, where are you going? And my guides are saying it's the smaller piece, Robin, that has to go to you. I don't know if you're going to wear it or what's going to happen there. If you guys would like these wire wrapped, will you put that in your invoice? And Team SG, if they would like it wire wrapped, can you just have it wire wrapped before you send it to them?
I don't think there is a way for them to put it in their invoice yet. Okay. So just, if you guys could just comment here.
Okay, so Robin, do you want it wire wrapped? And Team SG, will you keep an eye out for Robin's comment? And then Robin, if you do, I will make sure it's wire wrapped before it's sent to you so that you can wear it, because I just have this feeling that maybe you're going to wear it. Okay, and then the second piece is going to... this is really, really, really cool. I get to gift that to Heather Winkler's daughter for her birthday today.
That's so sweet.
And isn't it crazy that she's asking for the bigger piece? She just broke up with her boyfriend.
Oh, no.
At 21.
That's tough.
First of all, listen to me, darling. It's a big ocean with a lot of fish.
Yeah.
And I have no doubt you are quite a catch. You are your mother's daughter, after all. And so, Heather, will you please ask your beautiful girl if she would like it wire wrapped? And if so, I will have it wire wrapped and send it to her. This is your belated 21st birthday gift, darling. May the next fish in the ocean who finds you know exactly how lucky he, she, they are. Cheers and cheers and cheers. It's a big ocean, darling. Lots of fish. Oh, there's so much good fish. Just gotta throw your line in with some intention.
Mm-hmm. Did you know that both of these pieces have record keepers on them?
What? Alexys is so good at finding record keepers.
So this one has like a line of them right there on that side. And
this
then
is
this one.
It was Katerina, right? Heather's daughter. Oh my god, it totally does. Holy shit.
And then this one has raised record keepers.
It has a record keeper. I don't know if we can show it to you. It's fucking
and
awesome.
And then look at that on that face right there. Okay, let me
Dude,
see.
you guys.
Let me see if I can show it.
No way. You know Alexys and I just geek out on that all day long.
Do you see them right there? They're right here.
Can you see it? There's like a triangle and then a triangle and you see it?
It's like a bunch of triangles. What? So there's that on that piece, and then on this piece it's
on that piece they're smaller, but it's like a little it's like a little mini micro forest of them.
They're raised on this one.
I know, I'm taking everybody's cherries today.
Oh, yeah.
You know, to the extent that I'm able to do that for you. That was rad.
I have to see this one in person.
Yeah, that one's trickier.
Yeah, but look at them.
Congratulations, Robin and Katerina. I love it. It's true. You'll find someone who's worthy of you, darling. Now, I would like to do the Iolite Vogels.
All right, I have that right here.
Did anybody come for the Serpentine combs? They are really, really cool. Is anybody here for a gemstone comb? We've never had them for you
Should we
before.
just let's show the combs and then we'll do the Vogels.
Okay,
let's
that
just
sounds
show
good.
it.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's just cool.
Yeah.
I use a comb for my hair, so I don't know if you do too, but this is really cool. It's made out of serpentine with pyrite. These were hand carved in Peru. I only have 21 of these. They're under $50. But it's just really neat to, I mean, can you imagine putting some really beautiful essential oils on the comb? Like rub the oils on the you know, do they call them bristles on a comb? I think they do.
Yeah.
And then rub the oils through your hair.
The teeth.
The teeth. Oh, the teeth as it were. Rub the oils on your teeth, darling. Aren't they fun? So these are $49. 4 inches of serpentine from Peru. It's just really cool. Like, what a cool gift, you know? Like, your friend who has everything, oh no, she didn't have a serpentine comb.
It's really cool.
It's going to sexify her hair. Right? I know. Serpentine, by the way, is Kundalini energy. Right? Serpent, snake, Kundalini. It stimulates your sacral chakra, and then the pyrite stimulates your solar plexus. Again, this is all central solar chakra down to the sacral. Isn't that fun? Super fun. So yeah, so cheers. So those are there for you. Again, I have 21 of those serpentine combs. And then the Vogels are very special. They're very, very beautiful. And we have 50 of the Vogels. I'm so glad you're getting a comb. It's really, really cool.
Yeah, I'm excited for you guys.
It's you could use the back side as a gua sha tool and the front side as the teeth as a comb.
Totally.
Totally. Yeah, I'm glad you like that. Aw. Hi, Michelle. Okay. Now, this is Iolite from India. And this is a Vogel. It's very rare to get an 8-inch, 7.5 to 8-inch Vogel for under $80, but that's what's happening here. So I want to just briefly explain. Alexys is showing you, top left of your screen is the wider end of the Vogel. That's the feminine end, and we use that to go into the energy field and gather energy. The bottom right side of your screen is the masculine end. That's the more narrow end. We release energy through that end. So we gather, release. And the movement looks like this. You go into the energy field. This is for removing unwanted energy in your field. So if you've got pain, you go into where the pain is, gather and release, gather, release, gather, release. And yes, it really works. I have Vogeled my way through a lot of different types of pain. I've worked with hundreds of different clients using a Vogel just like this. And then it has the facets around the side. So Marcel Vogel is the man behind the Vogel design. And he worked for IBM for 20 or 30 years, but he was fascinated by crystals. And what he found in his experiments is the more facets a crystal has, cuts down the side, the faster the spin or rotation of energy. And that's actually physics. So he was right. He was a scientist and a skeptic, by the way. And so he found that working with crystals that are highly faceted like this creates a faster spin of energy, meaning the energy moves more quickly and it's more effective at removing unwanted energy from your field. I taught a whole month about Vogels to my Crystal Master students. Aren't they fun? So if you are a collector of Vogels, and a lot of you are, Iolite is the visioning stone, this stone right here. The Vikings used it to help guide their voyages. We talked about the Vikings earlier. And so it directs your voyage. It shows you where to go and how to make progress. And what's really cool about working with Iolite in a Vogel is it's going to show you where the blockages are, and then you're going to use this tool to remove. And the best way to, there's different ways to, because you don't want to just take energy out of the system and then just leave it. So you either want to open a portal to send the energy into, which is complicated. The next best way to do it is touch the earth. So you go into the field and then down to the floor. Into the field, down to the floor. That's more of the indigenous way of doing it anyway, because in the indigenous healing traditions, what we believe is that the earth can hold everything. So even if an energy is too dense or it's illness or anything else, you're not going to contaminate Mother Earth. That's what she's there for, is to hold you and hold the energy. So we remove and release, remove, release. Okay, so I have 50 of these. They're $79. Again, 7.5 to 8 inches of hand-cut Iolite Vogels. Isn't that very, very cool, right? Extractors are more for energetic activation for me, Morgan. You can use them, but they're not as effective as Vogels.
They're also single terminated too.
They are single terminated, and they don't have as many cuts and facets around the sides, which is what's responsible for the spin and rotation. So in a pinch, yes, but they are different tools.
You can release into a cup of water too, Sherelle.
You can also release into a friend of mine, and I think it's so smart. She has a little cup of soil on her altar. You know, like, you know how you can get those little mini clay pots when you go to the nursery?
Yeah.
That's what she's got.
Terracotta pots.
It's cute.
The Shungite obelisks, Heather Winkler, were 7 to 8 inches.
Yeah.
So they're very large.
And I would guesstimate between 3 and 3.5 inches at the base.
Yeah.
That would be my best guesstimate.
They're very big. They're girthy.
They are. Everything else from tonight, Team SG, I would love to know a little bit more at this point about what we have that's left, and for you to comment with those items so that, again, people can go, oh, I want that, and they can just cut and paste and comment sold and move forward. I think we'll save the zebra for next time, the zebra jasper.
Yeah. Do you want to do the ambligonites?
I'd like to do the ambligionite. I'd like to do the epidote Vesca Pisces.
I have that right here.
And I'd like to do the apophyllite.
Yes.
Stalactite. And yeah, I think I'll save the sunset aura and the zebra.
Okay.
For down the road. Unless anybody came specifically for sunset aura or the zebra jasper, in which case we'll show them to you. The ruby pendant. Do we have a ruby pendant? I think.
Yes.
Oh, we do.
That is on the last
Oh, it's a star
page.
ruby, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a star garnet.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's 1,000% a star garnet. Sorry, guys. Team SG, please note that... Where is that one, Alexis?
That's on the very last page.
Oh.
Yes, it's right there.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that's a star garnet. So I think we will, let's see how we're doing. Yeah,
Okay.
let's see how we're doing on time. It would be good to show them in this light, though, the star.
So do you want to show right now?
Hold on to it, but I do want to
Okay.
show this to you guys, and then if you guys are interested in this, you can let us know.
If the sun comes down a tiny bit more in the next 20 minutes, I think it'll make it even better.
No, M Star Seed, we thought we had a ruby pendant, but Team SG misidentified it as ruby. It's star garnet.
Sorry,
But we will try to get you more ruby in the future. Okay, now, I have another story to tell you. This is my last long story for the night.
Oh, they have one Kunzite necklace left. Sorry, I just want to...
Okay, we have a Kunzite necklace. Somebody was asking me, was it Ashley, if we had any of if the Kunzite necklaces were spoken for? So, was it Ashley Esparza who was asking? So, we do. We have one Kunzite and emerald necklace left. Did they comment with that? Yeah, $949 if you would like that.
It's super beautiful and special. And this is emeralds, high quality emeralds. Anyway, I'm looking at it. So, Athena has a story.
I do.
Athena always has a story.
At this point, I'm kind of nothing but stories.
Athena is a story.
I'm starting to be like that, lady who's like, she's gonna tell that story again. But this is a good story. So I was introduced to ambligionite quite a few years back by a friend of mine who's been in the gem and mineral business for a long time. And he was asking me if I had heard of ambligionite. And in particular, its effect on attention deficit disorder. And I said no. But I have attention deficit disorder, so he had my attention when he was talking about it. So amblygonite comes from Brazil, and you know what's funny is it was mined out like for a long time. When the man was teaching me about this, he had like a couple little rough natural pieces that I brought to you like 7 or 8 years ago. So this is like a long time ago now. So he had been in Brazil with this stone, which they were talking about how people seemed more focused when they were holding it. And so they did an experiment in classrooms where they gridded some of the classrooms where they were having focus issues with the kids. Some of the classrooms they gridded with amblygonite, some of them they didn't. And they noticed that the classrooms where they had gridded with the amblygonite, the kids were more focused, able to focus for longer periods of time. And so he said then from then he just kind of went on and did his own experiments with family and friends and people who had focus challenges. And he was noticing, right, that people were more focused with the stone. Yeah, Morgan, she will bring it up to the camera so you can see it. I know it's kind of hard to see it because it's a little bit more white.
I was kind of just letting her tell the story.
Yeah, but it is good to show what we're yeah. So it's very sparkly on the surface. There's a lot of mica in amblygonite. So as she turns it, you can kind of see it shimmer a little bit. That's not an optical illusion. It's very shimmery. It's also very rare. So what I can tell you is if you by the way, there's garnet in these.
That's what those darker spots are.
So this is going to be grounding and for focus. Now this is not everybody who needs this, right? I need it. I need grounding and focus. Maybe you're too grounded and too focused and you need something more like upper chakra to help you fly a little bit. But for those of us who find, the hallmarks of attention deficit are where you have trouble focusing, you lose track of time, projects kind of go unfinished, right? And you feel and seem scattered. Now, I've always seen it as my superpower because the upsides of ADHD are that we let things go and we move on very quickly and we're very creative and we can do multiple things at once. So I like having it, but it also has posed challenges, right? And especially when it comes to learning. So if you have somebody in your family who struggles with this, maybe this is a good crystal for their desk, for example. These are the largest amblygonite generators we've had for you, and I don't believe we've had it with garnet before, so this is really special. I have 7 of the small, which is 4 to 5 inches.
It's this one.
I have 10 of the medium, 5 to 6 inches. And then I have 12 of the large, which is 6 to 7 inches. They're all under $200. Amblygonite is super rare, so these are not cheap. When I had the little pieces on the website, I think they were like $30 or $40. Remember that, for like a little rough piece? So it's really cool to have them carved into generators this time. So the small, I have 7 at $159. That's 4 to 5 inches. The medium, I have 10 at $179. That's 5 to 6 inches. And the large, I have 12, and that's 6 to 7 inches at $199. So $159, $179, $199 for hand-carved amblygonite generators from Brazil.
It's really beautiful.
Super duper rare. I know. I'm so glad those of you who are excited about the Vogels, I hope you're able to get one. They're really beautiful. And the price is like incredible. Yeah.
Guys.
So cheers. I have never had amblygonite in a pendant. Some of my customers who got the little rough pieces wire wrapped it. But remember, generators create like a little vortex of energy, right? They gather energy at the base, direct it to the tip, and then it loops back through. So, yeah, this is going to create like a little vortex of focus for you. Isn't that fun? Yeah, so 7 small, 10 medium, 12 large, if you would like amblygonite. And congratulations. Okay, so we have, I think, 1 pendant left.
Yes.
That I want to show you.
Did you want to show this one too, or?
Why don't we show them both? Yeah. They're different, but they're both really beautiful.
And then before we do that, I did want to point out, I see that there are still 4 of the Phoenix pendants left. This is the pendant that matches mine. So if you want the Phoenix pendant with the opal, the carnelian, and the
you should get one.
Yeah, so 4 of them left.
Yeah.
I'm such a pro, you bow down to me.
She's a pro.
I'm not sure what you're referencing specifically, but I do appreciate it.
I think just your general proness.
Oh. Thank you. I don't feel that often, but I appreciate it. I really do. Will it calm your cats? I would say yes.
My thing with crystals is like it can't hurt you.
Yeah.
Give it a go.
Yeah, it's not like putting like essential oils or something on a cat. You know, like,
I mean, don't like lay this on your cat.
Yeah, but keeping.
I see people on Instagram and TikTok and stuff putting stones on their animals, and I'm just like, this is why cats scratch. I'm part cat, so I'm always like, don't put stones on my stomach. I'm gonna scratch you.
Ooh, the team is saying that there are still Iolite Vogels left. So just so you guys know,
you can get one if you wanted an Iolite Vogel. Those are there. Okay. I think these are the last 3 items of the show. So the 2 pendants that we have, one is from Louis Krieg of Stone Age Glastonbury, and that is the Vesica Pisces. This is epidote in quartz for manifestation with ruby and emerald in silver and gold. This is what the top of the chalice well looks like in Glastonbury, right? Which is
cool.
Holy sacred. And you can see, actually, I think this might be... I just hope it's not misidentified because it's not Presley Bluestone.
Oh.
Let's go with epidote in quartz. To your eye? It would be appropriate, so that's why I'm not sure.
Yeah, it does kind of look like Presley Bluestone.
Do you want to hold on it until we have ID? Okay, it's either epidote in quartz for manifestation or it's Presley Bluestone, which is what Stonehenge is made out of. It's hard because I know my stones really well, and sometimes it'll say something on my sheet, and then I look at the piece here in person and I'm like,
I mean, if it's Presley Bluestone, it would be even more, right?
It would be more expensive.
I've never seen a Presley Bluestone pendant before.
No, they would be extremely rare. So if you buy it, you're going to have to kind of go on their journey. But I don't think you can go wrong. So it's $299. Wasn't that beautiful? And that's made by Louis Krieg of Stone Age Glass.
It's really beautiful.
I know. It's beautiful, but could be something else. Yeah, Teresa thinks it's Presley too.
It does look like Presley.
If it wasn't from Avalon, and it didn't look like it, but like I'm putting 2 and 2 together and getting 4. You know what I mean? So anyway, I have seen epidote in quartz. It does look like that, but I think it's Presley Bluestone. Presley Bluestone comes from Wales, and it's the actual stone that Stonehenge is made out of. And it's rad. You know what I mean? Like, we're really talking cool. Stonehenge, right? So you checked. It is Presley Bluestone. Okay, thank you, Christina G. I'll just make a note to Team SG. We've had some jewelry misidentifications tonight, so we're just going to do a more careful job.
Yeah. Okay,
rubies and emeralds, though.
Oh, yeah.
I know. So anyway, congratulations on that. And then the last pendant of the night is, okay, I absolutely love when they take these little geodes. This is a Mexican geode.
It's so cool.
And then they put the bezel set stones on the inside because it's like a portal. I'm obsessed with portals. So this is Mexican agate with white topaz. There's a pear shape and then there's a cutie little circle round right under it. And then can you turn it around on the back so that everything is open on the back, even the topaz.
Oh, that's so cute.
Isn't that cool? So agate is for protection. It brings loving kindness to you. It's a stone that takes us all the way back to the Bible where agate is mentioned repeatedly. And then topaz is also for protection. In the Wiccan tradition, it's used in invisibility spells. So this is like a warrior's protection amulet. I only have one of these. It's $79. It's almost 3 inches in total size. And like I said, I love when people set rough natural stones with cut and faceted. Because I love the contrast of the two different. It looks like a yoni to you. Well, now that's all I'm going to be able to see.
It does.
So it's your vagina protection amulet. Thank you, Tanya. Took us in a different direction, but I'm here for that too.
It does look like that now that she mentioned it.
I think it's beautiful.
It's really gorgeous.
Isn't that sexy? Yeah. It totally up-levels it because it'd be beautiful on its own as an agate pendant, but then you put those bezel set stones in the inside and it's a whole different experience, right? Morgan, my book called Crystal Lore, Legends, and Myths has a whole chapter on the crystals of the Bible. It was actually, Morgan, the trickiest chapter for me to write. Yeah, if you guys ever want... my crystal lore book is really the only modern crystal history book available. And it's on Amazon. It's been an Amazon bestseller like 6 times. I'm really proud of it. And it was definitely a challenge to write, but I'm glad I did it. So yeah, Crystal Lore, Legends, and Myths. Sometimes we have signed copies on my website. I don't think we do right now. There's a box of them over here, but I haven't signed them yet. But you can find it. My books are all like under $20 on Amazon. I've written 3. But yeah, there's a whole chapter, Morgan, just dedicated to the crystals of the Bible, including Aaron's breastplate, which is sort of the most famous narrative of crystals that you'll find. And it's a great way to share that with people in your life who are very religious and may not be supporting your crystal journey, to remind them, like, in the Bible they talked about crystals and used them for magical purposes. Aaron's breastplate was a multi-dimensional communication device. If you've ever seen the game Simon Says, like with where the different buttons light up, Aaron's breastplate had stone buttons like that, and they lit the in the Bible it talks about them sort of like illuminating and stuff. I mean, he was a high priest doing some pretty magical shit in the Bible. I'm working on my 4th book right now, which is really exciting. I can't tell you too much about it. It's a secret because people tend to copy what I do. But I'm really excited about it, and as soon as I can tell you about it, I will. All right.
We have pyrite skulls left, just a handful of them.
Yep.
So this is super high quality pyrite from Peru. It is cubic pyrite, and you can see that in some of the druzy caves that it has. Mm-hmm. So if you want one of these, you can comment sold pyrite skull. They're $139. This is one of the most important stones you can work with for empowerment and healing your solar plexus chakra, which is super important because you need to have your lower chakras activated in order to do any sort of manifestation work. So, and as Athena was saying earlier, this is a skull, so it is a messenger, right?
It is a messenger.
Yeah, a messenger. And so this is left over $139, just a handful of them.
Yep.
We also have 2 sizes of the golden lepidolites left. We showed these at the beginning, but if you popped on a little bit late, you would have missed them. So these are the 2 larger sizes. We've got the medium and large left. And I can't spend. Can you double check the price on these, please?
Yeah. The medium is $89, 5 to 6 inches, and the large is $119 at 6.5 to 7.5 inches.
And these have like little walls of lepidolite on them. They're so special. So don't miss out on this. This is super duper duper special.
Yeah, those are beautiful.
And then I think we should. I know we said we wouldn't, but I think we should just quickly show these.
Actually, I really want to get to I think we should save it for next time because I really want to get to the apophyllite stalactite.
Oh,
that's
yes.
my favorite thing of the show.
Absolutely.
And I think we should probably end there because it's going to take us a couple minutes to get through that, I think. But we will bring the wild woman zebra jasper spheres to you next time. Okay. Are you ready? My favorite thing of the show. I guess I lied because I do have another story.
You always do.
I'll try to make it small, though, a short story. This is my favorite form of apophyllite. Apophyllite is a member of the zeolite family from India, which includes hewlandite, scolecite, and then this. I'm going to have Alexa show you. It's on the bottom, okay? The way this would have been in the mine would have been hanging from the top. This is a stalactite. And it's the most expensive, most rare form of apophyllite. These are incredibly expensive because they're so rare. And the long story that I will not get into too much tonight is when I was in Tucson, I literally was begging this guy. He had a box of 6 of them and he wanted to sell them. For a box of 6, okay, it was $5,000. That was wholesale. And I was like, I can't afford that. Can you just let me buy one of them for $1,000 or whatever? And he wouldn't separate the 6. So I walked away. I was just like, I really wanted one of those, but I just couldn't swing it. So anyway, we have one, and this is bigger than the ones he had. This one is 5 inches. Apophyllite is pure ascension, and I want her to get up close with the good camera because
it's so pretty, guys.
This is, first of all, there's a double term on the front, big double term right there. See that? And then all the different points. Sometimes people confuse apophyllite with quartz because it's clear and it's pointy, but it's a totally different mineral, right? It's like clear and pointy is not all quartz.
There's some little stilbites on here too.
Little tiny stilbites on there to help you with your dreams, right? This one is $899, not wholesale. So it's a really good value because he was charging almost $1,000 for smaller ones wholesale, which would have meant like that would be $3,000 or $4,000. $899. And what's really cool is whoever gets this one, this is the charity item for tonight. And that means all 800, this is from India, Martha Reina, this is zeolite, right, the apophyllite. All $899 of your purchase is going to go to a charity of your choice. So whoever wins this, you are getting one of my favorite crystals ever. I own one in my collection. It's very small. This is bigger than mine. You're getting one of my favorite crystals, and you get to choose the charity, and we are sending all $899 to that charity. Can you imagine what a big blessing that is? $900 is a big blessing for a charity. Most charities get $20 here, $40 there. Mm-hmm. They don't get a one-time, just like, where did this $899 come from? It's one of our bigger charity items. Sometimes we like to do something really over the top like that. So that if you see a little speck of green, that's going to be green apophyllite. Mm-hmm. If you see the pink, that's going to be stilbite. Stilbite forms in these little like bow tie shapes. Congratulations to Irene Rodeman. She is the lucky owner of this magnificent piece. And Irene, you don't have to, there are no dark inclusions, by the way. It's lighting. So somebody asked what's dark. It's not. Yeah, Tanya, it's just if you can see as we turn it, it's just the lighting. There's like little light fractures in it. It's really, really, really pretty. Yeah. This is like the best quality you'll ever find in apophyllite. It's really so, Irene, gorgeous. There's no pressure on you right now, sweetheart. You don't have to choose a charity just this very minute, but we will be asking you where you would like us to donate. You can send all $899 to one charity. If you want to break it up, you can do that too. You know, maybe you want to send $500 to March of Dimes and $399 to a second charity. We'll do that for you as well. So congratulations to you, and thank you for putting really good energy back out into the field. Kaz is asking about the pink spheres. Those are manganese calcite. We're going to hold on to those for next time too, just so we're not like way over our time for Team SG. Thank you, Heather. I hope your beauty has had an amazing birthday. Yeah, me too. I really do. Thank you for coming and spending time with us. What a absolute, honor and pleasure for us to have you here. So thank you so much, you guys. So here's how this goes. If you bought something tonight, congratulations. I think you made good choices tonight with amazing things. Mm-hmm. You're going to get an invoice tomorrow in your email. Please make sure if you shopped tonight and you don't have an account at sagegoddess.com, that's your next order of business. Before you go cook dinner and start pouring your drinks, honey, you get in the bathtub, you got to go to sagegoddess.com and have an account. Make sure you put your YouTube handle in there. That's your, whatever you're using here, and we're engaging with you with that name, like Ms. KXLU is history, or Hillary, but she would put Ms. KXLU in her account so that we can find her, and that's how we'll invoice you. You have 24 hours to pay your invoice, then we will ship the item to you end of this week or beginning of next week. Please make sure to pay your invoice, because if you don't, sometimes you can't shop anymore. It's very important. If you don't find your invoice, sometimes look into your spam folder. It can end up getting kind of trapped or lost there. But the team does invoice everybody the following day. So by the end of the business day tomorrow, that invoice will be in your inbox. And again, there'll be no shipping charges if you're in the U.S. There'll be a $5 charge per item if you're outside the U.S., so just so you can anticipate that. And thank you for being here. Thank you to Alexys. Thank you to Team SG. You guys did an amazing job tonight getting everything ready. It's never easy, but we love having you with us. And so stay tuned. 2 weeks from tonight, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel before you leave. 2 weeks from tonight, we'll be right back here with the next evolution of this. We do it every 2 weeks, twice a month. And then tomorrow night is my online class called Soul Shift. We have our session 3 shamanic journey tomorrow to the Painted Mountains of Peru. So I hope you're ready for a really magical journey. I can't wait to take you there. And so I will see you in class tomorrow if you are in Soul Shift. Also Soul Shift, we have a big announcement coming for you. It's a sneaker peeker of something very special.
We love you
So
guys.
stay tuned to your Facebook group, and if you can, make sure you come to class so you can get in on everything. You'll be the first to know what's coming. We'll share with you tomorrow. All right, have a great evening, you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you, Team SG. We'll see you soon.
Bye, guys. Love you.
Love you so much.